man? It's your boy LeBron, back with another video, Female Rap Elite. Yo, if you're new to the channel, please make sure that you like the video. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel, all that too. We here tonight. We're going to discuss, will Cardi B be retiring after Baby 2? You know, I was thinking about this today as I was coming home, and I was just like, damn, like Cardi is literally about to have two babies. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't take away anything that she's, anything that she's done musically or anything like that. But I'm just wondering, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna wait a few moments, let some people come up in here. Let me get the rolling my shit up. But yeah, I'm just thinking, like, you know what I'm saying? In regards to the music game, like, I think my bad, y'all. Was really good. I'm sorry. I apologize about that. I apologize. I apologize. So listen, I'm back with another video. I just wanted to come with a quick video and just ask, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, will Cardi B be retiring? You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why I got to thinking about that, true say, let's see. What's up, Miss Leo? What's up, Chris? What's up, Nigel? What's up, Paraphernalia? Yeah, so hold on a second. Let me find my necessities. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. Oh shit. All right, we good, we good. So listen, we all know that Cardi B, she announced her pregnancy at the BET Awards. Been feeding for your live all day. What's up, Destiny? Yeah. Let me just say something, Destiny, because I am a lurker. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be honest and just say this shit. If I've ever inspired you to do videos, right? I've done all types of videos on this channel. I've done uploads. I've done live videos, right? I could do what I want to do, right? You could never make me feel some sort of way if you talk shit about me, especially if I inspire you to do what you do. I just want to say that because I'm just going to leave people where they at because they mad because when you switch shit up and you do shit differently, who's to say that nobody is the owner of uploading videos. Nobody is the owner of going live. I could go live if I want to. I could upload videos if I want to. I could upload shorts. So it's like, how are you talking all this stuff about a person you don't even speak to? It's like, release the man. Release me. You know what I'm saying? We not friends. It's like, why are you still? It's like, you know what's so crazy? And I'm gonna say this verbally because I know that people are messy. You know what's crazy? Even though I don't talk to August with the shade, I don't talk to him no more, right? But I still see his content come up and I still watch it. And I'm still proud of him because at the end of the day, I coached him and I gave him advice. I could never feel any type of way. But it's just crazy when you open up somebody's video and they talking reckless about you. You know what I'm saying? You mad that my little ugly upload video got 4,000 views? Like, stop it. Stop it. Do what you do. You're growing and you're blessed. Keep it on. Because when you keep doing stuff like that, you taking the time outside of yourself and you looking at me. Like, don't look at me. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Me and you not even acquaintances anymore. I already told you it wasn't bad blood. You posted last week or a week before that you was in the hospital, and even though we wasn't cool, I text you and wished you well wishes because I'm a good person. And you said thank you. Leave it at that. That was the last conversation we had. I don't understand why you coming on this platform mad that I'm uploading videos with poor editing. Who cares? It's still getting 4,000 views. It don't matter. Keep your eyes on your own paper, and that's all I gotta say. Keep your eyes on your own paper, and it's like, I've been me, you know what I'm saying? I could never be boring, you know what I'm saying? I easily bring forth content and I talk and I just be myself easily. I inspire people, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I could never feel any type of way. Anytime that I go to a different platform and I could tell that, you could tell that, it's like, it's all good. We had that little squabble a few weeks ago. It was what it was. We went separate ways. Since then, this person has stated that they was like in a medical situation. I still sent my well wishes. I went my separate way. You know how this YouTube algorithm is where it kind of shows people's like, videos who you watch and stuff like that. I still watch this person's videos. I was like, because sometimes they do be saying some shit. I ain't send no shots. I ain't say nothing. But you mad that I'm uploading videos on my channel that I have for over 2 years. And if anybody knows me, if you new to this channel, I've been uploading videos to this channel. I've just started going live because I like to go live. But I started my channel off uploading videos. Like, people crazy, yo. Well wishes to everybody. I'm moving on. I'm an entrepreneur. This is not my source of income. It might be theirs, but that's not it. And you know me personally. This is not my source of income. I do this because I want to do it. That's wrong. And that's what makes me scared about getting close to people, because it's always the I love you in the beginning. Who cares? You're not the king of, like, listen, YouTube made a feature to upload videos because they want people to have the option to either go live or to upload videos. It's not, you're not the boss of that. You know what I'm saying? That's wrong, fam. And the more and more people open up their mouth and show their ungratefulness, is the more and more it really proves. Like, you know what I'm saying? What this individual really wants is they want some sort of war, but how could it be a war, especially when the last time I reached out to you, I wished you well wishes? Like, shit is dumb, man. That's why it's best to just do your content and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? So listen, we here to talk about, let's see, it's not too many people I could listen to for hours, and you're definitely one of them. Yeah, and they know that I'm definitely one of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to. And you know what's so dope about, like, the way that I am? Like, I just do what I do, and I open my mouth up, and it is, I don't have to think like I need to be funny or I need to do this. It just happens. You know what I'm saying? That shit just happens. Like, I ain't never, and let me make this clear too, because people like talking gangster, right? I'm from New York, right? That don't mean nothing to anybody who's from anywhere else, but listen, I'm not threatened at all by anybody. I promise you that. I promise you that. So don't be persuaded by these content creators who open up their microphones and they be talking all gangster and shit and all of that, and they just do shit to just try to rile shit up. Like, stop it, homie. But the last time we spoke, there was no issues. It's like you got people like, man, that shit is irrelevant to me. It's irrelevant. Best wishes to all and move forward. Yes, I could listen to your whole live. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? I've been going live on YouTube for over a year now. You know, when I started doing my content, I was uploading videos, and I liked it because it was like, you know, listen, let me tell you this. Let me give you some game. This is what people really don't like. I'm gonna give y'all some game. You want to know why I do 3 to 4 minute videos now? It's because when I do 3 to 4 minute videos now, the people watch it more and it recommends your channel more. See, these are like the tips that I would give a person like that who's trying to diss me. No, if you do an hour-long video, like, if I sit up here and talk to y'all for an hour, the watch time only going to be about 10 to 15%. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm doing a 4 minute video, I'm getting 60%. See, these are the things that people like that would never want to tell you because they don't want you to grow. So yeah, you do need to mix your channel up, and you do need to have different content so that people can watch it more. Because let me give you an example. I uploaded a video for the past few days, right? And YouTube kept giving me these notifications like, oh, your watch time is going up, which means your recommendations. That means that people discover you more. So why wouldn't I want to grow as a person? I would never want to be like you, and you know that. I would never want to be like you. I love myself and I love being myself. I would never want to be you. If anything, I taught you to do what you do, and try to inspire you and coach you. I could never be mad because I'm always coming from a logical point of view. I don't know if you're trying to shake me up to get me to make some mad video, but it's not going to happen because I'm coming from a logical point of view. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So that's to anybody. If you have a platform where you go live on sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes do a little 4 or 5 minute video to get your point across. You need to make sure that your video percentage, look at the retention in your video. If you only retaining like 10%, you're never going to get out there. You know what I'm saying? I had leverage in the algorithm just because I make videos, but if I need to reach more people, I got to get my retention up. So you don't make hour videos all the time. You might do a 5 minute, 6 minute video and you make it entertaining. And guess what? It doesn't matter what it looks like because people still watching it. And guess what? This is the voice behind it that they listening for. It doesn't matter the quality of it. And see, that's another thing. A lot of people think like that's like a person with a Chanel bag thinking that they better than you because they got a Chanel bag. They could have a Chanel bag because they might have been born into a rich family, but I could be smarter than you and have way more skills than you because I'm just might be a well-rounded person. It doesn't matter like your quality or anything like that. That doesn't matter. It matters what you're saying. And like hone in on that for anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm lost. Who did that? It don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? The person who for the message, it's like, I never understand that. It's like you never want to like admit this, right? A lot of us have little jealousies with people, right? All right. And like say for instance, I would never just make it so blatant to the point where it's like, damn, like you mad I'm doing uploads. Like if my uploads on my channel are so trash or whatever, and it's like the people, my people is watching it, they come because they want to hear my voice and what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter about the editing and shit like that. That don't matter. I'm a full-time entrepreneur. You think that I have time to spend 2 hours editing a video? That's not how this works. Anytime you see me uploading the video, I literally do it as I'm talking because I'm that dope, because I know what I'm going to say. I could literally put 4 or 5 pictures up and be like, okay, by the end of the time this picture get done, I'm going to execute my point. And I just add more onto it and do stuff like that. I'm not spending 2 hours uploading a video. I'm not doing that. And the point still gets across. So listen, whatever your goal is as an individual, meet your goals. You know what I'm saying? This individual may have a higher goal than mine. My goal is to be a millionaire with my business. I'm not trying to be a millionaire with YouTube. No, but if I'm going to upload videos, I'm going to do it in a proper way that's going to help me to, you know what I'm saying, to move forward. That's it. What's up, Ashley? What's your sign? I'm an Aquarius. Yeah. Aquarius. So listen, let's get into the topic because we already 10 minutes into the video and we ain't even touch it. So listen, I was thinking about Remy Ma, right? Now, I ain't trying to be funny. I know a lot of y'all don't think Remy Ma has a career or anything like that. I honestly think she does, right? So when it comes to Remy Ma, I feel like based on what she's been through and like going to prison and stuff like that, like being a mother, I feel like that comes primary to her. And I feel like with Nicki, it comes primary too, right? But at the end of the day, when you look at a Remy Ma and you look at a Nicki Minaj, they're both talented. Like, so I can understand, like, say if they took a break and they came back and did their thing or whatever. With Cardi B, she got two. She's about to have two little kids on her lap, right? And I'm gonna say this in the nicest way because I'm gonna be honest with you, how I feel. I think that Cardi B should retire from music, and I'm gonna tell you why I think she should retire from music. For one, you're existing in this place, like I always say, that you're not supposed to be here, Cardi. I don't care what you say. This was not destined from God. You got here by luck, right? You're blessed. Cardi B will probably never be broke, right? All right. That's she will never be broke based on what she's done, or if hopefully if she's made good investments. This is not me saying this, saying wishing bad on the person, saying like, oh, I'm talking about just about the culture, just about commentating and about position, right? Cardi B, she got money or whatever, right? And it's like you in this rat race of the rap game trying to stay relevant and reach these stats and reach marks and shit like that. But you're not even really talented. And it's like, how long are you gonna keep running this gimmick? I know it has to be a point where Cardi just like, damn, like I didn't think I was gonna be in all these conversations. I just wanted to come into the game, try to wipe out this other chick and try to like, get records and get back. I didn't think people was gonna pick me apart. Like, so I feel like, you won in your way. You know what I'm saying? You've won in your way. You about to have two little kids running around. Like how I'm not saying like, a husband, of course, balances all of that out, but they got more kids in the family amongst that. It's like, I don't know. I just don't really see it. It's like, how could you really be this amazing? Not listen. You could be sexy just because you're a parent doesn't not mean that you're not sexy, right? But it's just like when you serving up in a position of a female rapper. I don't know. Do y'all feel like that? Do you think two kids is gonna change the way people? I don't think people gonna look at Cardi different, like not support her. But I just feel like, damn, like how could you be fully, I don't know. You see, for an example, right? Two different career types or whatever. Beyonce got 3 kids now. Do you see the type of blackout that she did with Blue Ivy? Do you see the type of blackout that Beyonce did for Blue Ivy, or for even for her new kids? She goes completely ghost. Cardi can't do that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you came into this game, our culture pushed you to the top, and you made what you made. But I think, like, how they was like Kirk and Amina, and they was like Amina was something that went too far. Cardi was a thing that went too far. And that's just what it is. It was a thing that went too far. If you've talented and you want to fight and you want to make it in this industry, yes, fight, keep it moving. If you're a parent or whatever, this is what you were destined to do. The only reason why I'm saying I think she should retire is because this is not what she's really destined to do. Y'all forget Cardi went to Love and Hip Hop and made this shit a lick. She made this a lick because you gotta think about it. I could respect the mind frame because I'm one of those type of people too, right? Like, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, being an entrepreneur, right? And this is not even putting nobody in my business fully. So Tell you today, as an entrepreneur, I made about $275 in my business outside of YouTube, right? $275. Do you know what? Like, and I do that trending pretty much every day, like pretty much or more, right? But do you know what is so empowering about that? Is not being attached to a 9 to 5 and getting that, right? But you want to know what's scary about it and what's empowering? The day is about to change in about 10 minutes to 12 o'clock, and I got to focus on tomorrow. Tomorrow might come and I might do 175. You know what I'm saying? Or if I don't have my shit positioned right. You feel me? So it's like I'm always wondering about the next thing. So I think what happened with Cardi was is when she went to Love and Hip Hop, they like, damn, how long is this shit gonna go? So we need something else to chase it. And then they just mixed the music in. And then if we notice, as Cardi came into the music game, it was always all of these arguments around her. Like, she's constantly fighting for something. You're listen, and this ain't no bullshit. Just think about it. Think about Cardi B, Little Kim, Remy Ma, Foxy Brown. Think about all of the female rappers, even down to somebody like Saweetie and Doja Cat, right? How many times have you seen these female rappers argue about the things that Cardi has argued about? How many times have you seen them do that? You haven't. You haven't. And even if Sweetie gets her stuff ghostwritten or something like that, she don't have this type of existence where she's not supposed to be here. Cardi is almost one of those people where it's like she knows that she's not supposed to be here. And I think people be getting mad when I say that. And it's like, I know that y'all might love her and y'all might like to see the whole, the aesthetic with the bags and the makeup and the face that, looks like a black woman, like all of those things. I understand y'all like that. When she went to the BET Awards, her face was full of bronzer. I don't know. It looked like she was wearing like the Kardashians, like type of face care. I'm like, yo, the things you don't have to do when you have melanin. Like, why are you making your face look that dark? Like, I don't know. I honestly, this might be a reach because people might be like, "Oh, Cardi is rich" or whatever. But I honestly feel bad with her. I feel bad for her because you want to know why? Because not everything that you start and you turn around and look is something that you be like, "Damn!" Like, because like even with my business, waking up and having already making money when I wake up, I'll be like, "What the fuck did I start?" You know what I'm saying? It gives you some sort of like, it gives you something to be proud about because you like, I started this shit. Like, I'm making money off of my business. It fucking stresses you out sometimes too because you can't believe it. Do you know how much I was attached to a 9 to 5 like for my whole professional career? Can you believe like to just be making money like that and to be like, I don't have a 9 to 5 and I can pay my bills and you know what I'm saying? I can do what I need to do. It's empowering to be able to do that. That shit is dope as hell. It's scary though. It's scary. It be days you wait around the 2 o'clock, you don't get no sale. And then next thing you know, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, you get a whole bunch of sales. It just happens. It happens. But I know that there's certain things that I need to do as an individual to get myself to a different level too. But shit, I'm doing okay. I'm proud of myself because I worked hard and I deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Cardi didn't work hard for none of this. She was positioned. So I feel like, especially with having all of these millions that she says she has, we don't know if it's verified, but I'm being positive by saying Cardi is blessed. Cardi got money. You know what I'm saying? She got millions. They got that nice house in Atlanta, or did they sell it? They living out in LA. I think Cardi probably got some money based off of the crumbs that they got off the streaming and the 60/40. I don't know what her bank account looked like. But what I'm saying is it's like when it gets to a point where you got two little kids running around and those kids ain't like 13, 14 years old, they need a lot. They need a lot. Like, and if she wants to be hands-on in a way where she make it seem like she is, she might have to step away from the music. You're gonna have two babies and you have not stepped on the tour stage yet. You know what I'm saying? Sweetie is not a rapper. That's disrespectful. Damn. Well, you understand what I'm saying, Destiny, when I say that in regards to Sweetie? When you think about all the female rappers, none of them act the way that she acts in the way where it's like she argues for every little thing. Everything. You got to tell me that has to be annoying. And when you do stuff like that and talking about, and I'm tired of people act like I don't deserve it. You want to know what's also a great example to a Cardi B thinking that people are stupid? When she was in the neighborhood talk comments today, she said that this was a lie and that she could show DMs. You can't show a like. Listen, even though I think it's questionable what Jesse Wu said about Nicki Minaj, like you know what I'm saying. I think it's questionable because it's like, why did she wait so long to do that, right? But the thing is that Cardi, how can you think you're talking to a nitwit? How can we prove? How are your DMs gonna prove what she heard from ear from a mouth to ears? You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. She's insecure because she knows she was used. Exactly, exactly. Because she insecure, she knows that's get her attention. Yep. And it's like, and what it is, it's like it's really sad. Be into it, you know, because I couldn't imagine showing up for a job every day that I did not want to be in. I don't think Cardi, you know what? Because you have to know. Think about how we grew up watching 106 in Park and seeing all of this shit like that, right? You have to know as an entertainer that this shit is hard, right? What did you think that you was getting into? Like, did you not think that they compared? Did you not see Foxy Brown and Lil Kim come up in the fucking wars between the fans and shit like that? Did you not see Lil Kim versus Foxy when Nicki was coming up? I mean, Nicki and Lil Kim. Like, you know what this shit is about. Why do you think that you're gonna put stuff out and people gonna praise you all the time? It don't go like that. It don't go like that. Hold on a second. Hold up, hold up, hold up. All right. No, she was busy stripping. Real question, define rapper. Y'all say Sweet Tea is a rapper, but Doja isn't. I don't know if Sweetie has a ghostwriter. And you know what's so crazy is that I be feeling like, you know, it ain't crazy because I'm not really interested in Sweetie. I'm not interested in Doja Cat. So I don't really look through their stuff like that. You know, talking about Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B, they are at the front of the female rap. You know what I'm saying? They supposed to be. So we deciphering that. Just like we was talking about Bow Wow trying to act so hype over Soldier Boy, but I know for a fact that the Brat has wrote Bow Wow's raps. For a fact. For a fact. So how much arrogant can you be over a Foxy Brown and a Lil Kim? You had your raps written. 13, 14 or not, it's a fact that it was done. Doja isn't a rapper to me. Y'all, Nicki did say in her live some shit was gonna come out. Yeah. You know what? Do I want to save that? Yep, I'm gonna save that for a 3-minute video I'm gonna upload. Oh, I'm gonna save that information I was about to say for a 3-minute video that I'm gonna upload on my poor edited videos. I'm gonna save that. So I won't respond to that. Just look for that tomorrow. I'm gonna upload a video tomorrow. So let's see. Foxy had hits. They disrespect her so much. You know what it was, Aaliyah? To be honest, as it goes with Foxy Brown and Little Kim, they never really had a sort of a relationship that had any type of repair. There has always been something going back and forth, whether it would be cool for a minute and then Foxy won't say nothing and then Kim come out and say something. Like, let me tell you this, like before, remember when Nicki and Kim was beefing and she was like, this the shit the other almost got killed for. She was dissing Foxy, talking about the Hot 97 shootout, right? Foxy responded in a diss record. And what I don't like about Kim is that she's never genuine about like, oh, you know, it's gonna take God, it's gonna take this. No, it's gonna take you having a forgiving heart. You know what I'm saying? You talked bad about that girl. You talked about her hair, and so what if you talked about her hair, and so she talked about you bleaching your face and getting facelifts and stuff like that. So what? I'm telling y'all, Little Kim will never forgive Foxy because she broke her ass down. How can you talk all that stuff about me, but then I can't say you fixed your face and got a facelift and you bleaching your skin and all of that stuff? Come on, if a person try to hit you where it hurt, no, it depends on who it is. Like you know what I'm saying? They up there, they public figures. I'm not fucking going back and forth with no regular ass person. Call it what you want. I ain't doing it. Bro, I can't take a break because I'm lost about what's going on. She wasn't putting out mixtapes rapping. Who are you talking about? Who wasn't putting out mixtapes rapping? Natalie said, I don't know, to me, even when she raps, it comes off as pop. Who? Oh, Doja. Yeah. And she always do that little rap pop. Yeah, Papa, you were very. I don't know. I'm not fully sold on Doja. Kim is miserable. I don't know to even when she raps it comes off pop. Oh, Doja. Okay. Yeah. Shout out to everybody who supports Doja and likes that type of music or whatever, but that's just not for me. And I ain't gonna force it. Like I heard somebody talking today, like out in Houston somewhere. They was like, "Oh my God, I like Doja's song Woman." I was in Walgreens, right? And they said that shit. I was like, oh shit. So some people do like her songs. Um, Even when I heard that song the first time on her album, I ain't a liar. I didn't listen to Doja Cat's album again. Yeah, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like the video. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel so you're in the loop of the videos and all that. I do, you know what I'm saying? I do long form content. Like I do live sometimes, but I do like to upload 3 minute, 4 minute videos as well. So be on the lookout for that. Let's see. Lizzo considers herself a rapper though. Tuh. I told you it had no replay value. Doja sitting up there with her white mama talking about N words ain't shit. What? What? Okay. Okay. No, Kyla, unfortunately, no. Planet HER. That's crazy. So what's you know what I'm saying? So let's get back to the topic at hand. Do y'all think like do y'all think Cardi B? Because I just feel like with Cardi B, she's done so much in this game, and it's not in a good way. Let's look at the Little Kim and Nicki Minaj beef that was started on Kim's side, especially with the Ray J shit. I feel like Ray J made it, and I'm glad to see that Ray J reps Nicki now, and he supports her records and stuff like that, and that's dope because it means that there's some different energy moving around. You see, you know what I'm saying? Kim is mentioning Nicki, not saying that we need her to, but it's showing that maybe some different energy is moving around. What I to say that is to say that Cardi has came in this game and has caused so much. I'm being honest with you. And to the hater that's listening that might get mad and try to curse me out in the comments later, listen. Cardi has caused so much in this industry for somebody who does not have any talent, does not speak properly, and is trying to come into this game where, yes, people are very braggadocious because, you know what I'm saying? Because rap is a sport and rap is a competition. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, female rappers used to bust shots all the time in lyrics. We got to a point now where the politics try to make you, oh, this person hating or they bitter. Jay-Z always throws shots. He throws shots at Lil Wayne, at Drake, at anybody. They throw shots back too. These female rappers are sensitive. And it's crazy because then it's going back to their male boyfriends and then they writing diss records against Nicki Minaj. Like, that's what it is. That's crazy, yo. That's crazy. Cardi made the game sensitive. She watered female rap down. Like she really did. She really did. And if you could look at it, right? If you could look at it, if Cardi B upgraded female rap, why ain't no girls selling like at least like she is? Or why ain't no girls moving like units like a Nicki or no shit like that? Like where is it at? It felt a bit safe, but she's trying to get a certain crowd, 13 to 21 years old. Doja Cat, right? Her and May crying instead of headed to the booth. No, let me expound on that. Cardi B, like for real, like from the antics and from the throwing the shoe at the party, like I really just like I'm saying this in the best way that I could say it. Like you not talented and you came into this game starting this trouble and you really just wanted to look like the one. Like imagine, right? True say imagine Cardi B was able to throw Nicki off, right? I would be so mad. You want to know why? Because most of the people don't care about real talent and they don't realize that they literally looking at a dud. And you really think that this girl can hold a match to this black female rapper who came out just trailblazing, doing everything ground up. You know what I'm saying? Everything coming out wearing cheap ass clothes and still making people follow her. That's the catch right there. Coming out wearing plastic bangles and baby fat bags, wearing spandex and wearing cute girly shit and getting the girls in the hood to identify with her. She ain't come out rocking Prada and rocking all of this crazy shit and rocking Chanel at shows. When Nicki was at her show in the come up, you knew she was. You knew that she was. She wasn't coming through diamonds dripped out and all of that shit. And I kind of love that about her too, because we know she probably had the money to do it. But think about this, right? Nicki is smart. You think when she was performing in them clubs, she gonna come in there with $100,000 wrist on in a nightclub where people can access you different? That's a different type of access. She was smart. And she was booking out crazy shows. Look at her footage. She never stepped on stage with blinged out wrist, crazy shit. Like you see how Cash Doll, I give it to Cash Doll. When she was Cash Doll was the flyest chick underground, and nobody could never take that from her. They can't. They can't. I don't know if her shit was official or if it was real the way that she was rocking it, but Cash Doll, yeah, I never seen a female rapper come through on some just come. But you know what? She had that stripper money though too. She had her stripper money too. You know, so maybe she wasn't really groundbreaking like that, but Cash Doll was fly as hell. But as we see, she had the look, but she didn't have the music, and she didn't have enough to keep the listener. That's what that's about. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it really boils down to with Cash Doll. She had the look, but imagine if she was amazing, like on a Nicki level with all of that shit that she was rocking. And that's what I'm looking for. I told y'all yesterday, if Cardi B was really talented, I would really be like having anxiety because I'd be like, damn, she broke all of these records, did all of these things, but we all know behind those eyes in the music that there's a dud. And that's no diss, you know it. And then it's like, I hate this, like coming from the 90s and hearing Jay-Z, hearing Biggie Smalls, hearing all these people talking about their projects and what you're going to be doing on your next project. And everybody's talking about, oh, I'm going to be, oh shit, let me make sure my phone don't die. Yep, 2%. Let me plug this bitch up. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on a second. Lizzo's got to get steady and fall off. It's too late for Lizzo. She taking too long. I don't believe she a rapper. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Cash Doll is so trash. She doesn't deserve to be talked about. Right. But what I was trying to say, Destiny, was on her come up though. She was rocking some official shit. I remember one of my homeboys used to repost a lot of her stuff, and that's how I got like, who is this? Like, she used to be coming through rocking some official shit, and I'd be like, yo, she's fly as hell. Give it up. Give credit where it's due. She's fly as hell. But where did that get you? You know, I was one of those people looking at Nicki like because she had all of her shows posted on MySpace. You would see the footage all over YouTube. Nicki showed up getting that money. She looked good every time she showed up, but she wasn't rocking all of these high-end designers and shit like that. Going into a nightclub and you in front of people like who could, you know what I'm saying? You got to be smart. Even Foxy, when she come to the hood, she might wear a little bling, but she not going all out like that. She don't do all of that. Now, going on into a concert or some shit like that, you got to realize the mentality behind a lot of these rappers and stuff like that. A lot of them is honestly lucky because like they don't be trying to go into them nightclubs and shit like that. Like Cardi, yeah, she did the nightclub scene when she was doing hostings and shit like that. I honestly believe that hosting life is what made Cardi B want to be a rapper because she kind of like was around when that shit was bubbling, like when those girls with Instagram personalities and stuff like that doing hostings, like you know, thing like kind of like what Ari is doing right now. So it's like Cardi was doing that for a while. She was doing shows like every weekend and doing, you know, she was making her moves. People wanted to see her because she had a vibrant personality. You know what I'm saying? So I think what happened was is when she was going out booking hosts and she like, damn, I need to drop some music. And that's what happened. And they was just like, yo, we need this shit to keep going because if love and hip hop stop, what we gonna do then? But it's like, damn, you couldn't took your money and just invested in something because you can invest your money in some shit and let that shit grow and skyrocket. Now you got your name, you're attached to rap now. This ain't no easy shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you got to hire all these teams and you got to go to somebody to get your sound and all of this stuff. That's crazy. I could literally, oh shit, let me plug my phone up. I could literally open up my laptop right now and go through beats on this shit with y'all right now and find the beat and literally come up with a hook and write the verse and do that shit. I can do it. I can do it. Like a real artist don't need to call like, oh, let me think what you hit. Like, listen, like when I release my shit, everything that you've heard that I've released, I've never asked anybody how it sound before I put it out. I'm confident in it, and if it's a dud, it's a dud. You know what I'm saying? Unless you signed and you get that major push, you're not going to get a major push anyway. But what I'm saying is that when you're approaching a record, I know what it's supposed to sound like. You know what I'm saying? Because if I just listen, how dare you come up listening to Biggie Smalls, Jay-Z, like all of this, like official rap, like from the 90s, Cameron, all of these people make me to be who I am today. So it's like, how can I come out and have some whack shit? You know what I'm saying? You don't have no type of direction with music coming up, listening to all of these greats all through your life. Like, what? And especially being from New York, too? Nah. Honestly, I'm sick of the new female rappers. They all trash. Let's see, Alicia Moore. Bars was make a rapper. Yeah. And that's why I love battle rap. And that's why, to be honest with you guys, that's where I be like roaming off to when this shit get boring. I be going right back to battle rap. And I honestly love it because I'm one of those people. That's why I like small. That's why I appreciated Azealia Banks, even though she's just full of shit sometimes. It feels good to go to concerts when there don't be 20, 30,000 people there sometimes. And it's just maybe 2,000 people there. And it's like a good, intimate show. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate the small things. I like going over to watch battle rap and I don't be seeing all of y'all over there. It's a different, I like to be in different shit. Like, I just like different shit. So, and I love female rap. So, yeah, writing your own shit makes you a rapper. A lot of artists can't relate. They can't. They can't. Oh, shit. Hold up a second. Where I was at? I was on 1% too. That shit was about to die. My phone be dying dumb quick, especially between using this app and let's see. Yeah, right. Reminds me of kindergarten. Young Rapunzel, yo, Young Rapunzel go off in the fucking club. Like, yo, I love Azealia Banks. I love that. I love different types of music. It just makes your life experience much better. It makes it so that you don't have to go to, Beyonce tours all the time. Beyonce is great, and you would never imagine this, right? Let me say this. I don't know if any of you guys find yourself doing this, right? Like I OD love Beyonce. I love her to death, right? If Beyonce comes out with an album, I do it all the time. Like when she came out with Lemonade, I give it about 2, maybe 3 months. I'm gonna play it every day. I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna know it. When the concerts come, I'm gonna know the songs. But after about 2 months, I'm kind of cool on Beyonce. I don't know why. I felt like I listened so much to her that I felt like after about 2 months of the new album, like I'm gonna be honest with you, right? When she came out with that whole King and the Lion King thing, right? Being that that wasn't an official release, and maybe that is going to be fun for me because I'm pretty sure at some point I'm going to go back and listen to it. But I didn't listen to that's not an official, like that's not an album. I know people treated it like that because it was associated with a movie or whatever, but no, I listened to projects like Beyond, like Dangerously in Love, B Day, Sasha Fierce, Four, Beyond, self-titled, Lemonade. Like, yeah, those are albums. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't get into those other things. Sometimes I could really, you know what's so crazy? I listen, if I look at my stats on my phone with the songs that I stream, I listen to Nicki way more than Beyonce, but I don't get tired of listening to Nicki. I think it's more of the variety, and I'm more of rap. I think if you're more of R&B, maybe you listen to Beyonce more. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is. If you're more R&B at heart, you probably listen to her more, but I'm more rap at heart. So I listen to Nicki more than I do. If I listen to Beyonce, it's via Nicki through Feeling Myself. Real talk. Question: what do you think Nicki is doing right now? I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Yes, I'm more rap. B has better back in the day. Just saying, B was better back in the day. Nah, I think Beyonce is still good. I enjoyed Lemonade, and you know what was so crazy? Yeah, I enjoyed Lemonade. That was a fire album. Fire. Mm. What's that shit she had? 9 times out of 10, I think you lying. Oh, that shit was hard. When I tell you, seeing Beyonce in Houston was just like life changing. The show was just amazing. Like Houston is a dope ass city. That's why I don't understand how somebody could be a rapper from here and not come back to their town. Like this ain't no rundown ass place. Like it's all types of shit out here. I don't understand how Megan could not come back here. It's been a pandemic like almost 2 years. You ain't been doing shit in your city. Like Nah, that's not how you do it. I'm telling you, even the local rappers who I know from my area, they do a lot of shit out there. They be throwing barbecues, they do anything because you have to rev up your local buzz. You want, you know what I'm saying? And if it's genuinely in your heart to show love, that you're gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Nicki didn't have to go back to Queens and give turkeys out and shit like that. And people who probably came there, they probably even want no damn turkey. They just probably wanted to come to see Nicki. I ain't saying that it ain't people who need turkeys, but they ain't give a fuck about that turkey. They wanted to see her. And it was dope that she was out there and just, and she did that. Like, what do you care about? What do you care about? You know what I'm saying? You always got to come back. You have to all the time. I personally think that Nicki be in her hood all the time. I just think she probably be under some disguise or some shit like that, because she has never lost her roots. Listen to her music. She's never lost her roots. As much as you've seen her overseas and all of that, she still got her sound. I guarantee you, Nicki probably be in Queens and don't even know it. She probably be on her old block in a different car. You don't even know it, because I'm telling you, when you're an artist like that, you have to be in that atmosphere sometimes. So when you hear Nicki saying she go back to New York, you don't know where she at in New York. You don't know that. She could be on a regular block at her friend's house. You know what I'm saying? She probably got her little security niggas who make sure ain't nobody running in and out. I'm pretty sure she's bubbling. She's around. Shit, that Hollywood shit get lonely. I'm pretty sure you have to keep your people. If you notice, she kept the same people around, even her friends. No matter what they go through, if she unfollow them, they unfollow her. They always come back. It's high school friends. It's people who will have your back always. It's people. It's crazy. As I look back and I go on my Facebook page, it's people like even with one of my friends who do content on here, and I be sharing her stuff on my community page. I do that because I know her from my area and I actually know her. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like everybody in our area is always telling her like, oh, you have a personality. Like I be like, literally, I don't even promote my shit on Facebook. Like I do this shit straight from here. Like I don't be promoting, cross promoting and doing all of that shit. No, I do this, I upload it, people get it, and they either subscribe or they don't. So I see something in her and I was just like, yo, like make your videos, do whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always try to give advice to people because, to be honest with you, it always helps me. So when anytime somebody talks shit about me, it don't hurt me. It really don't, because I stay blessed. It's weird, right? I have this weird thing about me that I almost like when somebody thinks or wants me to feel bad, because I always come back for it. God, He has a way of just making shit right all the time. So, let people do them. It always comes back full circle all the time. So, shit, I ain't make it this far. Keep staying blessed. Nicki don't ever have to make an album again, and she's still set and blessed for life. That's what I'm saying. These girls is trying to come in and make, you know what I'm saying? And trying to, like, that shit is really crazy how Megan was just like, and thank you, Cardi. It felt so good for one of my peers. It sounded like she almost wanted to cry. It's like, these girls is corny. But yeah, real talk. I feel like Cardi is blessed. You came into the game, you shook some shit up. You've caused a lot of issues in this rap game amongst people who really have skill. I think that you should just collect your coins from what you got, and I think that Cardi should retire. You ain't going to tour yet. You about to come out with 2 albums. So you mean to tell me, so what? You ain't coming out with that album to 2022? What? Or are you waiting for the baby to be born and then you gonna release it and then you gonna come out with this whole thing how you recorded the album through your pregnancy to make it seem like you was a really real artist and you struggled hard like you did with the first album? I'm just wondering, like, and you know what it is with me? Like a lot of times, like when I was giving y'all that Lady Gaga story about how I said she grew up entitled and rich and stuff like that, and when she talked about they tried to make her do that stuff in those record executive offices, like you're not pouring from the ghetto, you chose to do that. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to say this, but have you ever seen people crying and stuff like that? And not every cry, I hate to say this, but every cry does not strike a nerve in me. And I'm a very empathetic person, but sometimes I could just see through the bullshit, and every story don't mean shit to me. And as it relates to Cardi, when you're talking about, oh, I worked so hard, I slept in the studio, I did this, but then when we look at the writing credits, it's Partisan Fontaine all over it. So what did you do? Just sit there and keep doing it? And they was like, oh no, it don't sound right. Oh, say it up. Oh, you know what I'm saying? No, say it this way. That you taking instructions. When I go in the studio, I write some shit at home because I don't have the luxury to go in and pay fucking $65 an hour and just write a song. I don't do that. I'm not going front. No, I save my money. No, I write my shit at home, and when I go to the studio and they press that mic, I'm ready to go. I already know what I'm gonna say. I don't gotta look at no notepad or nothing because that's how the song comes out better. That's how it comes out better when you know it. It sounds better. That's how it comes out. So when you got a team coming up with your sound and all of that shit, I'm telling you, nothing feels better than recording a record on your own and like just letting it do what it do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I made this shit. I wrote this shit. Like, damn, it's a power in that. And when you don't have that power, there is a confidence that's going to be missing. And we don't see that confidence in Cardi B. All we see in her is as much blessings. We see her hopping out of Rolls Royce trucks, hopping out of Bentley trucks, blessed with a baby, with a husband, seemingly happy. But there's still this argument everywhere when there's someone saying the smallest thing. But one thing I want y'all to realize too, right? This is how it's really smoke and mirrors, right? I want you to realize when you tweet Nicki Minaj on Twitter, there's a lot of people talking to her. There's not really that a lot of people talking to Cardi B. So if you want to be honest, she probably responds to a lot of barbs, not just because of the fact that she's following Nicki Minaj topic, but she really doesn't have a lot of action going on in the mentions. And if you don't believe me, go look for yourself. Put at Cardi B and do latest. It's easy to talk shit to a person like that for them to see what you're talking about. You don't understand how my mind works. I be watching everything. That's why even the fan engagement, when she like fan tweets, it don't be popping like how Nicki's is because it's a lot of love over where Nicki is. It's a lot of organic love built up and people actually waiting for her. It's a lot of love over there. It's a lot of people celebrating that person. And you have to realize when a person is celebrated a lot, there's a lot of hate that comes with that because it's jealousy. That's what it is. It's jealousy. And people want their fan base just like them. You know what I'm saying? They want it just like that. Nothing is more empowering. And let me say this, right? It makes me feel good for black women. As much as I support Millie, it's so dope to see that no matter where she go, that woman works so hard that everywhere she go, that shit lit up everywhere she go. She could go live in the middle of the night. She gonna have 500-700 people there because she worked hard for that shit. She delivers, you know what I'm saying? She worked hard for that shit. Everybody don't got that. Everybody don't got that, and they don't got people who really love them. And so when people see things like that, and they see like things like that and like Nicki, you know what I'm saying? People hate that shit because they're like, damn, why are people fucking with this person? We done did this, we done said this about this person. Why are they fucking with that person? Because it's an innate quality that you can't erase and you don't understand. You can't take it away. Exactly. Like, let's see. Let me make this clear. Body game word barbs at some point. Like Jason Lee or Mom Wiggins. Hmm. She miserable with low self-esteem. Yeah. It was 2 a.m. We went live in May. It was 600 people. Exactly. That's when people really love you. People really, and you know what? And I be thinking like, that's why people be hating on Millie so much because it's just like that girl worked and she worked hard. Like all of that shit. And you gotta realize it's like people, that shit ain't easy. That shit ain't easy. You know what it is? Let's break this shit down. People might be able to get people up in the chat and you might get 500 people. I might get 500 people with Nicki Minaj or somebody's name in the title who's trending. But when you can get 500 people on an app with that's power. That's power because celebrities can't do that. And we've seen it. We've seen it fail miserably. That's power. And people hate when people have power like that. I salute people like that because I'll be like, damn, you worked hard. You know what I'm saying? So that's the same reason why people, and this is why people think that either A, you could just come make a platform and you just think like, oh, this person didn't know. It's something special about every single different person. Everybody can make content. Yes. Speak your mind and do whatever. But it's just like when you like automatically trying to make some shit, some competition, everybody is different. Everybody. A person could be getting 50,000 views on their channel and you could be getting 100,000 and you might not be talking about shit with that 100,000. I never feel no way. I listen, numbers don't mean anything. Don't ever get confused at that. That's why I told my friend when she started making videos, like, don't even look at the numbers. You need to get in the algorithm. Just keep making your videos. I share her stuff here and there, but don't get caught up in that. Don't get caught up in looking at your numbers. So that's how you gonna be like, I'm gonna stop. No, you just keep making your content and then eventually it will catch on. That's how it goes. I ain't even speaking on that uh, Caucasian female rapper you asked me about. Our mom be lying. I don't believe shit he be saying, but he gotta see. You know what it is, like how I feel with our mom, right? I think what it is with him is just that it's easier to be a fan of Cardi B because she's more needy. Look how like I uploaded that video talking about Cardi B with the Shade Room. The Shade Room did not post that Jesse Wu story because they don't want to rile Cardi up. And notice how quick they'll be quick to post some shady shit about Nicki, but then they'll erase it quick once we start getting on their ass. Excuse me. They won't even post it about Cardi because they don't even want to make her mad. Like, you know what I'm saying? Notice the shady shit that they do. They won't even post it because they don't even want to get her mad. Cardi disrespected the owner of the Shade Room. I was about to say, yo, I knew. Listen, I was looking around. I was like, where the fuck did my blunt go? I looked at my computer. I'm like, okay, because I know damn well I ain't finished that shit. Anyway, let me see. And y'all know damn well Cardi is watching. Who is talking about her? Cardi shout out Armand so quick. Yeah, she needs it. She needs it. It's easier to be a fan, like for Armand, especially him having a huge platform and a reach and people to be able to be like, DM or whatever the case may be. It's easier to like her or a Megan because they're low hanging fruits. Cardi knows that she has a lot of hate out here because one, you're not really talented. Imagine if you notice this, right? Notice this. Notice this. Notice this. Pay attention to the arguments. Do we ever hear Azealia Banks? We hear Azealia Banks boasting in a way like Nicki be saying. You know how Azealia Banks say, I'm the best, the most talented. And you know how Nicki come out and be like, I'm the best or whatever. You can't take that away from nobody. I ain't mad at Azealia for saying that she the best. But what I will say is that most of the time that she comes out, even if she's talking shit about Nicki or whatever, she's be talking shit about other shit. Pay attention to what I'm saying. Azealia Banks be talking shit about other shit. Azealia Banks don't ever be defending herself as an artist to be like, oh my God, like on some Cardi B shit. She don't. She don't. She's just an asshole. And I like assholes. So that's why I be liking her. Like, I don't like everything she say. You know what I'm saying? But I could respect people who speak their mind because there's a power in that. There is. I loved when she was like, this shit is getting auntier and auntier by the moment. That's what she was going at Remy. She was like, this shit is getting auntier and auntier by the moment. She said, girl, she was like, you're like Fordham Road. I'm like Paris and France. Azealia Banks is crazy. She said, girl, you're like Fordham Road. I'm like Paris and France. I appreciate Abelia Banks' candor. Honesty is a virtue. I'm glad to know Nicki won't do a versus with Kim. Why you don't think she'll do it? I think her and Kim made up though, and I'm glad that they did that because it's time. Nicki just tweeted and she's laughing. I wonder what she's laughing at. Now what? You laughing at Megatron lady? Who knows? You never know when it comes to Nicki. Nicki just laughed at Kim. I don't think she laughing at Kim though. She was Kim. That happened yesterday. Opinion on Rico Nasty's Nightmare Vacation. I didn't listen to it, Alex. I don't really like Rico Nasty. Rico Nasty came here to Houston with Malibu Mitch, and what I did was, what was so crazy? I felt bad, yo. Now that I think about it, you know how little artists be on the coming up, and Rico Nasty was kind of small. She's kind of she's a smaller artist. So when I had went to this venue in Houston that she was in with Malibu Mitch, she was kind of standing at the door and shit. I did not really speak to her. I'm a regular person though. I didn't need to speak to her, but I just didn't feel compelled to. She was standing out there with her homegirl. They was just looking to see how many people was gonna come. Rico Nasty did perform, and I don't even think no, I didn't stay for Rico Nasty because it was her show. She was headlining. Malibu Mitch was just on her bill. This was in 2019. Was it 2019? Yeah, because it was nice outside. Well, shit, it's always nice outside here. I'm thinking like I'm in New York. It's always like some spring type of like whatever. But it was nice outside, so I know it was 19. But I didn't even stay for Rico Nasty. I watched Malibu Mitch. You know, she had kind of a lukewarm performance, but I just pretty much wanted to support her because she was a New Yorker in the area. So I went to go see her. But after she got off that stage, I left. I ain't even stay for the rest of the artists on the bill. Nicki, if you're in here, tweet some unicorns. One thing, Azalea and Doja are going to make a record one of these days. Doja loved Azalea Banks, and Azalea Banks warned to even though she thinks she's a fat savage. Oh yeah, I think Doja Cat was when I was listening to some of Doja's music, it sounded like she was quoting Azalea Banks too. So I could tell that she likes her music for sure. So what made you say that, Julian? How did you say you know that Azalea Banks or Doja Cat likes Azalea? Because I listened to a Doja Cat song recently. I don't know what song it was, but it sounded like she was doing Azalea Banks lyrics. Doja be trying to ride everybody wave. That mulatto girl from South Carolina with a white mother calling black people N-words, talking about niggas ain't shit. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's be honest. Such a great song. I want that album, so you should buy it. Go to your iTunes and buy it because she don't got no. Oh, she got physical copies. She posted on her website. Doja Cat has 5,000 copies, so you can purchase an album from her website if you interested in that. If Nicki does the verses, the industry would feel sorry for Kim and side with her and say that she won. I don't trust it, but you don't realize. I don't think that they listen. Even if they say that Kim won, I seen little lists on my Facebook page. My friends was posting. They was like, "Oh, Nicki better not do the verses because Kim got this song, this song, this song, but Nicki got this song, this song, this." Nicki got a lot of songs too. Like they could go back and forth. Like, could you imagine Kim and Nicki doing the verses like Soldier Boy and Bow Wow? Could you imagine how crazy that would be if they really had genuine energy and they was kind of like talking shit like that? Like, you know what I'm saying? It would be dope. It would be dope. I couldn't do your TV show. I needed 10 more mil, not 10 on the back. I need 10 on sign and get that shit to a wash up. Bitch, I'm winning. They were so mad that Nicki came with that swag on Roman Reloaded, and then she still filled the album with pop records. See, that's the thing. When that's the thing about it, and I can't say it enough. When it comes to Nicki Minaj and the hip hop, see, she spit that real rap shit. So every time she released some shit, all of the hip hop fans are going to listen. So it's like if she comes out with Jason Derulo, I'm sorry. They like, what the fuck? We wanted a did it on them. We wanted a yikes. We wanted this. We wanted that. And it's not fair to her. Y'all not letting her spread her wings. And then she's inspired all these other female rappers who sound silly on these pop records. Cardi tried to do that feature with Blackpink, flopped. They thought they was gonna get Cardi on there, and she was gonna. I'm telling you, I know they was like, "Damn, what happened? She's killing it in the United States. WAP is 5 times platinum. We're gonna put her on our single, and it's gonna go to the tippy top." Not, it didn't. It didn't. And I know that was disappointing to her because it's like, damn, I think that writing on the wall, a few features let Cardi know, like, damn, I need to just stick to my releases through Atlantic. It's so funny that Megan Thee Stallion literally did everything that I said she was going to do as far as like the rollout. Like, let me tell you this, right? I want you to think about this. Start thinking in the mind of a marketer for a record label. That shit was released 2 weeks ago, right? And then remember I told you she was going to release around the BET Awards. So think about radio and everything, how it goes and it impacts and all of that, right? She has also a live discount right now for 69 cents, right? So notice that shit was released a few weeks ago. But what you want to do to promote a record, you know, a lot of artists release records anytime. It don't have to be an award show that they're performing at. It's so strategic because she needs it. So what she did was she released the record a few weeks before the award show. So the record was going to do what it did. Then radio impacted the week later. Then the BET Awards. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to like kick it up, kick it up. So now we about to be in July. So she really need to see is this song gonna sync or is it gonna make it to the next till it goes to the VMAs? Because hopefully she's gonna hopefully Rock Nation or whatever they booked that stage for her. I don't know how that's gonna be. You know how the VMAs is, but you know how Jay-Z has that pull with Beyonce. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Rock Nation to me, they're more of a conglomerate. Like they have connections. It's not just like a one person management like back in the day where it just be like Don Poole managed Mary J. Blige and Foxy Brown and it was just like two people. It's like Rock Nation is like a huge conglomerate. It's like yeah, I think that they have pieces everywhere. I think they got people in the Grammys. I think they got people tied to award shows, all of that. Oh, let me search this right now while I got y'all on here because I'm about to get off here. Hold on a second, because I'm at an hour. Damn, it's trying not to let me do it. I want to go to, I want to look up the 2021 BET Awards viewership. See, you know this. Listen, you remember last year it was all of these discussions about the BET Awards. I don't know. Like, does anybody know when that normally is reported? Because let's see. This shit's slowing up. I hope it don't throw it off. Yo, they don't even have it yet. I want to know what the viewership was. Why they hiding it? You see how now the certain websites they hide the pure sales? I want to know what the viewership was for the BET Awards. Last year they embarrassed them because remember we was laughing at it because the awards viewership had synced. No, I want to know what the viewership was. Like, where's the news at? They posted 14 hours ago, 10 hours ago, CBS 2021 full list of winners and nominees. What was the viewership? You know, somebody over there was probably corny and went to whatever publication was like, please don't release that because, you know, it's really damaging to the brand and, you know, it probably makes more people view less. No, I want to know what the viewership was. Hold on. I'm going to put 2020 because I know I ain't bugging. Like, let's put 2020. BT Awards ratings. Yeah, it's unknown. Last year it was 1.6. Last year they had 1.6 viewers. That's crazy. The BET Awards when it started off in 2001, that's crazy. 2001 they had 5 million. 5 million. 2009 they had 10 million. I think that was a yeah. What was that event in 2009? That was a huge BET award celebration. But they usually trended and had um amazing viewership. They down to 1.6 million. I don't think Megan Thee Stallion made people want to watch it more. She was one of the last people at it as a performer. Hold on a second. Yeah, Meg did look good at the BET Awards. Yeah, she did. Her performance was lackluster. I think in 15 years the award shows won't be the thing, so it's irrelevant now. Yep, I was gonna say Michael Jackson, but I didn't want to say like exactly what it was. But I do think that was. I know he didn't. Michael Jackson tribute. Jamie Foxx hosted. I mean, was it streaming? If not, people aren't watching TV anymore. I'm people. Me too. Nicki Cypher. ET Awards fell off. Megan the 69-cent pony. I didn't watch it. I just saw the highlights online. If the views were astronomical, they would have said something by now. That's what I'm saying. And last year they went to 1.6. What if they sank below 1 million in viewership? They added Megan Thee Stallion at the end, like she was gonna come save the day. Like what? Do you not know that this girl album sold 9,000 copies in the first week? You know what I'm saying? Come on, that ain't no like that's some. She still need to build. Megan need to start selling CDs out the back. She like, yo, real talk. Like yesterday, while I was saying, I looked at the census report for Houston. Could you imagine being an artist from a million, an artist being from a city of 6 million people? New York show crazy love to Nicki, right? I don't ever have to worry about that. She don't ever have to worry about that. We see what it is when she drop albums and she out there in this pandemonium anytime that Nicki comes out, she's 14 years into her career. You know what I'm saying? None of these girls got that shit. None of them. And you know that. None of them have it. They don't got it. So, hold on. Megan only did 9,000 the first week. Yeah. Go look it up yourself. MJ died. Yep, 2009. I didn't know the exact date, so that's why I didn't want to sound stupid. My dad always told me if you don't know what you're talking about, don't mention it because you don't want to sound stupid. So that's why I just was like, Lady LaShaw. A little off subject, but what's the point of a versus battle? I think the point of the versus battle is just to celebrate the records and kind of bring back the feeling of that time. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when it's two contemporaries, especially as, for example, Brandy and Monica, Little Kim and Foxy. People compare those two coming up all the time. Brandy and Monica, Kim and Foxy. When Brandy and Monica battled, Foxy posted it in her stories and was like, damn, like, that's real shit. It's like, they grown woman, they're able to do that. And then she even posted Ray J cheering on Brandy because Foxy Brown brother don't show her love. Like, it's crazy. And she used to be in interviews as in her younger days saying that she worked for her brother because she wanted to see them have the nice stuff and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying? She wanted to see them have everything nice, and you know what I mean? And then now it's like, being that she's not where she was at, he probably, give her his ass to kiss, because the last time I was communicating with her, her daughter didn't even meet him yet, and she was like probably over 1 years old. She used to be so heartbroken over that shit. Like, that's crazy. And you do everything for people, and then they give you their ass to kiss. You do everything for people, and they give you their ass to kiss. I should be the last. Like, come on, that's crazy. What are you doing? I hate when people send me WYD text. Nikki should, Chloe and Haley should have won for the best group, not the Silk Sonic dudes. If Nikki do a versus, it has to be against Drake. Who else? They will watch anybody. If more so anything, I would love to see, like, I ain't that bent up on it because I know that there's a lot of Foxy Brown fans. They don't want to see no verses between Little Kim and Nikki. I would love to see the verses with Kim and Foxy, but they feel some sort of way where they wouldn't even be open to the idea. Not all of them, because I know that there's some people who've grown and they probably have a different point of view. I've never blocked myself from different artists. Like, nah, I never did it because I need to see what's going on. I need to see where the skill is at. I don't do that shit unless I just don't like them. I gotta listen to the music. Normani ain't going nowhere. Please don't bring her up. I'm tired of having that Normani talk. Where's she at now? Where Normani at now? You know what I hate to say? This is how you end up coming into this game and just losing, right? Don't ever come into this game if you ain't got the full package. Let me tell you some shit. I feel like as the generations go on and as you get older, things are supposed to get better, right? I do believe that record labels did go away with A&Rs because they wanted people to listen to position switch, but they also got to realize, yes, it's okay if you go away with the A&R whole approach, right? But sign artists who are really artistic and really don't need ghostwriters and stuff like that. Go to these showcases and see people perform 2 to 3 songs, and be like, oh shit, your songs sound like, you know what I'm saying, you got something with you. Find the people off of the streets who really, really have the talent, not the lucky ones, the blessed ones. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem today. That's the issue today. We having all of these people who really don't have it and they're being pushed. They're being pushed. Like, these are not truly, and like they come into the label, they need to be created and made, like the City Girls. They looked crazy on the BET Awards watching their performance. Like, ugh. I wanted to be proud for them, but I'm just like, what is this turning into? They can't be serious. You can't be like, and you know what? The world ain't all about New York, but I know they can't be serious with that song. Like, what? If they performed that at Summer Jam, that would be a joke. That would be a joke. Oh, so I didn't execute my Normani thought, right? So coming into the game and being able to write your own music, right? And so watching the game and saying like how I think everything is supposed to get better. So I remember when like me and my brothers when we was writing music and shit, right? This was my approach. Listen, I think everybody has a formula and I think you should stick to your formula. And I normally don't share information with people, but if you're an artist, I think this is dope information, right? Like even when I did my track voicemail, when I recorded that song, when I was in search of that song, I said to myself, I want to make a song that proves that I can do a record that sounds like it could go on radio, right? If you go to my community page and listen to voicemail, you know that song, even if you don't like me, you know that even if you didn't like it, you can hear that song on the radio because I know what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make records that could prove that I could compete with people that was in the industry. I know how to do my wordplay. You know what I'm saying? I know how to do this shit. So I feel what record labels need to do in the sense of Normani, the last thing I looked up in regards to Normani, she was trying to work with songwriters that Beyonce and Adele and Rihanna's was working with. It's like you trying to come into the game and be them. Come into the game and be yourself. Like that's why I can respect the Keisha Cole or like a K Michelle because like Keisha Cole, even though I felt like she probably needed a little help here and there's nothing wrong like getting a little help if you're an R&B singer, but maybe um ethically, Kate Michelle never wanted nobody to help her, or Keisha Cole never wanted nobody to help them. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I don't know if Kate Michelle writes her lyrics, but I know Keisha Cole prides herself on writing her own lyrics. So maybe that is an ethics thing for Keisha Cole, but there's a power behind having that and being like, I wrote this song that's out, or I did this shit. Like, I didn't need anybody. I didn't go to my brother to be like, yo, whatever. I just took a hit. One of my brothers loved it, and my other brother, he didn't like it. He didn't like voicemail at all. He didn't like it. He didn't like any mix of it. So you know what I'm saying? But I have a lot of people who love it. I got almost 70,000 streams on that song on Spotify. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you got to just do. I believed in that shit, and I'm the one who did it. And I'm like, yo, this sound crazy. Like, let me do this shit. And it was crazy as fuck, right? That's why it's this crazy thing. It's like this love-hate relationship that I have with weed, right? Because I remember when I was writing voicemail. My brother don't even remember this, but I remember we was in the car in New York. Me and my brother was in the car smoking weed, and the 112, I had this CD, these J Arms instrumental CDs, and we used to put the CD on and we would sit in the car and get high, and we would just freestyle over every beat, right? I don't know what type of weed we were smoking. I don't know if y'all ever had this feeling, but I just remember that we was in the car, we was high as fuck, and I remember when I came up with this hook that I kind of I don't know if you ever felt this, but have you ever been so high sometimes that you feel like for a second you have an out of body experience? You'd be like, oh shit, well, you kind of like panic. So I remember I was high as fuck. And the 112 only you beat was on, and I just kept saying, forward me the voicemail, give me a couple of years. I guarantee the boy sell. And I kept saying it, and I said, oh, I'm gonna turn this shit into a song. And that's exactly what I did. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it sounds cohesive, and I know that it does. Even if you tell me that you don't, like, listen, I make radio ready shit. Listen, I came up to the greats. How could I don't approach music on some like, nah. I don't even have to like. I don't have to like, yo. what's amazing is like being an artist and really doing the work for yourself. Like I go on soundclick.com. That shit is like a melting pot for me. There are literally millions of beats on that shit. I will be caught up on page 1000 looking through shit that everybody's overlooking, like, oh, I could make this some shit, or oh, let me do that, because that's what, it's a passion. When you got other people picking out your beats for you and saying, oh, I got this record, you should do this. No, that's not how this shit goes. That's not how it goes as a real artist. But yo, that makes me think like about Biggie Smalls as it relates to Little Kim, and Jay-Z as it relates to Foxy. Jay-Z, he's all about business, because we know that Biggie Smalls wrote all the Little Kim lyrics, right? So when it comes to her first album, Hardcore, Biggie Smalls does not have any writing credits on that album. It's all Kimberly Denise, because Biggie is loyal, right? He ain't want his female rapper looking like no gimmick, even though, and you know what's so crazy? Even though that all of the reference tracks have come out, you can go and look up Lil Kim reference tracks on YouTube. You can see reference tracks to Drugs. Is it Mafia Land too? That's one of my favorite songs too. Like, listen, Queen Bitch reference track, right? You hear all of it. They would corner Little Kim in interviews and ask her about her songwriting. And she would say, Biggie is responsible for 80%. Biggie is responsible for 100%. You were not a rapper. You didn't. And I think that's what Foxy kind of struggled with Kim too, because she's like, I'm the real deal. Like, you know what I'm saying? She had the record deal at 14, 15. Of course she had help with her album, but yes, she still had writing credits on the hardest tracks on her album, what with Havoc, If I, like the records that I truly love. Like, yeah, Jay-Z helped her with Get Me Home. Okay. All right. That's my favorite Foxy Brown record. It's one of my, it's a vibe. I like it. Okay. Helped her with it. So what? You know what I'm saying? She still had writing credits all over that album as a 15-year-old girl. Like, what are you talking about? What? Y'all don't talk shit about Lil Bow Wow, who the brats. See, everybody was looking like that as a moment. I was looking at that as a, yeah, you better have me on that stage. The brat better have been on that versus stage. She made you. You crazy? How dare you go up there and do a versus? I'm saying this in a way where it's like, as the brat thinking this. For one, I don't think that's fair that he brung out all of those people on Soldier Boy. But for two, all of those people came out because they're responsible for him. Notice everything from the way that Bow Wow performs and everything. It's a production. It's almost corny the way that he was performing. That's one of the reasons why I couldn't get into him in the verses, because it was corny. It's corny. When you from the streets or you from the hood, you can see corn shit. It's corny. Know what I'm saying? Soldier Boy, he might have not had that turned up energy like Bow Wow, but he was just swagging that shit and just doing his shit in his own way. That shit always gets you further, just being yourself. Everything with Bow Wow was like, it was like, he was just like, it was just a whole production. So yeah, you brung the brat out. So yeah, you brung JD out because you came out young, and they don't ridicule you for having ghostwriting. Go look through the credits and look through in Bow Wow's earlier days of songs that the brat helped him on and had writing. Oh, you had a female rapper write your raps? Why isn't that a discussion? Yeah, go make a video about that. Damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Why isn't that a discussion? Because Bow Wow definitely had lyrics written by the brat. You over here boasting and getting mad at Soldier Boy because he playing Nicki. Like, no, don't be mad. You don't write your lyrics. You had help. Why we ain't talking about that? I'm mad that Soldier Boy did not say that. Maybe they had certain things that they could say. Because while he was talking all of that shit, I would have been like, you don't even write your lyrics though. But see, that would have turned it into an embarrassment moment. It would have been, he would have been embarrassed. Growing up in Brooklyn, yeah, Bow Wow music was lit. Soldier had us turned up. Yeah. See, I gave Bow Wow his little shit for Bounce With Me, Bounce With Me. You know what it was? Even with the watching Bow Wow in the versus battle, right? With me coming up, I was probably like, and this goes to show you the maturity of the person. Like, I ain't gonna lie, he had Bounce With Me. When I tell you that I like Bounce With Me and like I want to thank you and songs like that, because I remember like Millie was talking about the verses. She was like, Soldier Boy is gonna win or whatever, and I was actually thinking like, no, Bow Wow gonna win, whatever the case may be. But I didn't realize until Bow Wow started performing and stuff like that how much it just was too rehearsed. I don't like that shit. Coming, you know what's so crazy? Beyonce, when she was shooting the Run the World video, I remember she was like, "No, we gotta get these guys from Africa because the dance is looking too perfect." She was like, "I don't want my dance looking perfect. I want it to look like we did it in the backyard." She flew them niggas from Africa. They did that shit right. You want the real feel. Real people who about that shit, they want the real feel. Come on. It's so many different things that you can see in real artists that the fake artists don't got. The fake artists don't got like, come on. Hey y'all, what's up, Nikayla? Bow Wow knows everybody looks at him like a clown, so he felt like he needed to shine on Soldier, but Soldier make beats, produce, and write. You see what I'm saying? Soldier is lit. Yeah. Why we ain't talking about that? The Brat definitely wrote lyrics for Soldier Boy. So you have female rappers help you. She coming out that shit hype. She like, nigga, I better be on that stage. Shit, you know we don't did for your career. Shit, this the BR. Come on. You know what she, man, listen. Wish he would have had that versus battle and not bring her out. Come on. Everything with Bow Wow, the way he performed was a big production. I mean, kudos to you. For a stage at any times. But when I was watching it, right, when Bow Wow came out, I would think I was probably like 10th, 11th grade, right? 10th. When did Bow Wow come out? I got to look at the year. His first single. Let me look that up right now. I think his first single was "Bounce with Me." Bounce. 2000. I graduated in 2001. I was 17 years old at that. You know what I'm saying? 2000. I was 17. I graduated in 2001. So what I'm trying to tell you is like, hold on a second. Let me see. My bad. So listen, guys, this is so I always listen. If you don't remember your life through, I always remember music through my life, right? And I knew that when Bow Wow was doing this verses, I was too old for Bow Wow at that age, honestly. But I would hear it, but I would like Bounce with Me, but I wasn't playing that shit in my car. I would listen to it on 106 in Park when it was in the house, like, oh, I like this song. All I wanna do is when you bounce with me. And my favorite part was when I turned 16, I'm gonna call it on. So she had to run with the ball to go. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't too far from his age, but I was like, what, at that time, like 5, 6 years older than him? I wasn't listening to no Lil Bow Wow. I was watching him on 106 in Park Countdown, like, oh, he killing it, the little homie killing it. But I wasn't playing that in my car. No. Hell no, especially not around that time. I wasn't playing that type of no. So when Bow Wow was performing, it reminded me that, he was a little, I still look at him as like a little boy, and that music is kind of childish to me. I wasn't turning up to that shit. Let me tell you something how I be knowing people be remarkable. And this is no gas. My mother likes Nicki Minaj. She knows Moment for Life. She knows that song. I remember when Soldier Boy came out, my nieces was younger, and she used to always sing the chorus part to make them smile and to make them laugh. And my mom is like about to be 60. How old she gonna be this year? 66, 60. Yeah, but she loves music, so you could just tell like the people who really come and make a mark on this game, they do it. Ain't no way my old ass mother singing no damn Soldier Boy hook. And I call her right now and laugh about that shit. Like, remember you used to say she would die laughing. Yeah. So Soldier Boy has swag. I don't like a production. It was too much of a production with Bow Wow. Yep, Nicki, Moment for Life. Moment for Life is kind of like an emotional track too, though. Like it gives me the chills because when you think about the journey of a Nicki Minaj, where she came from, and all of that shit, it's like all of the headlines, and they try to make her look bad. Like that's why I loved at that point when she was like, "Don't worry about me and who I fire, I get what I desire." Like that shit was just hard. Nicki is a vibe, and to be honest with you, Cardi or Megan have yet to give you a track where like Cardi tried that shit on Up 10. She got some ratchet shit that she didn't write where she tried to like, flex on some hood shit or whatever, but nah, you don't got no vibe. Nicki is a whole mood. It really lightened my heart to hear my nieces talk about, oh my God, moments like not what's that song? Pills and Potions and The Night is Still Young. Like these is black girls from urban areas who, you know what I'm saying? They 14 years old. They be like, oh my God, those songs just bring back memories. Like Nicki is engraved into the hearts of little girls, especially the ones who love talent, who get it. Shit. My nieces got 90 averages. You know what I'm saying? Like they do good, they do amazing, and I'm proud of them. So I don't care if they listen to a little cursing in music, because you gotta listen. I'm being honest with you. Hip hop saved my life when I was younger. Because if I didn't know a lot of this shit, especially about a lot of shit they talk about in sex, certain shit could have happened to me. Like fuck that. Nah, no. Hip hop saved my life. So I just make sure that I tell them that you don't actually do shit that in the lyrics that they talking about. It's just music. It's just music. That's it. Let's see. Jada Baby Megan only got Big Old Freak, to be honest, and that's just got a sample on it. And I don't even like that song. Let's see. I like Cardi, but I didn't like seeing her kneeling as a pregnant one with three men on stage like that. It's embarrassing. But you have to realize Cardi was kneeling like that because she wanted to give the illusion that she was going in with the Nicki bundles in her hair. It's like, give it up and get a new hairstyle. It's like, okay, we know you rode the wave long enough. Give it up. Give the bundles up. It's like annoying. It's like you want to wear that hairstyle so much, so we think that you attributed it and you made it a mark. You didn't make it a mark, Cardi. Okay, you didn't make it. I know what you're trying to do. People be hating when you understand what they're doing. I know what you're doing, sweetheart. You trying to make people think like, oh, this is you see what I'm trying to tell you when I tell you when Nicki started wearing remember when Nicki went on her European tour and she started wearing hair and ponytails and all of that shit. Cardi started doing that shit right after that. I'm telling you, her hairstylist is toxic. That was Nicki's old hairstylist. He trying to mimic everything so close to Nicki so it don't really look like she's copying. But a nigga like me gonna see in between the lines. Yes, I will, because I'm the little brother. I'll see in between the lines because I'm always watching. I know what could listen. Just like I called it out with Megan. You ain't slick, Megan. You ain't slick. Talking about you taking a break to come back with a new song and then the BET Awards and then the VMAs. And then what is leading to? What? A re-release? What is leading to? What? When I saw her with the hair shaking my head, she want to be Nicki so bad. Yeah, she want to do the same thing Nicki does so close that it's really like, oh, well, Cardi and Nicki both do it. What's the problem? Anybody could wear long hair. I ain't saying anybody could wear long hair. Like, but the thing is, it's just like it's so close that she tries to do things like I would never. I'm telling you guys, be an individual at all times because you never want to look back on your memories and see somebody else like in every single one of your memories. You can pay respect to people and pay homage and do certain things like that, but for your whole career you're going to be somebody else. For your whole career, for everything and anything that you do, be yourself. Be yourself. Cardi wants to be from black pop culture so bad. Megan's just boring to me. I don't like trashy stripper rap. Even the way she was rapping on stage with the hand gestures. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? With that toned up like Kardashian Kelly, what is it, Kim K products? Cardi skin, like, come on, you supposed to have that tone. Why you literally trying to make your skin look a different tone? Like, come on, come on. What is Meg next song going to be? I'm tired of the twerking songs. Some other shit, some shit where she gonna come out being cocky on it, and ain't nobody gonna care because she threw all of these shots, and she probably thought that these shots that she was gonna throw that was gonna cause up this controversy. If you notice it, right? More people was talking about seeing green and fractions about the shots Nicki was throwing than Cardi. I mean, than both Cardi and Megan. Nobody ain't really care about those shots and those songs. Ain't nobody really calling Nicki out. We make the action. We move the shit because guaranteed the next track where Nicki come and she respond is gonna be a shot. Guaranteed you, and it's gonna be clear. So I don't never be worried about that. It ain't a female rapper, like I told you. Being the competitive person that I am, loving rap and coming up hearing, loving Jay-Z, but hearing Cameron bust shots at him, knowing that Cameron can't fuck with Jay-Z on no type of level, like as far as like the success or whatever. But I love it. But see, the thing where you get fucked up at is that Cameron kills shit in the way that he do. A lot of y'all, based on what you heard in the United States, based on where you grew up, you might have heard that, oh, Cameron rap like this. No, he really be saying some shit. And if you loved him and you're inspired by him, you would be able to understand it, but you don't have to get it. So that's why people like me, we love specific rappers. Different people give you life in different ways. Nicki loved Cameron. You see how she got him on the track and she was even saying shit that he had said in the past. That's a New York thing. Cameron kills it. But the point was is that Cameron did not stand back when it came to Jay-Z. He ain't give a fuck. Like what? I'm class of 99. Yup.
Shout out to class of 99. This year is my 20, is it, yo? 20th year. I gotta look up to see if my high school is doing something for that, because I definitely want to go back, see what everybody is up to. That'll be interesting. 20-year reunion. That'd be dope. Skin still amazing, still looking dope. Ain't drugged out, ain't none of that. Still got all my teeth, skin still look good. Shit, I look better now than I did when I was in high school. That's crazy. Like, yeah, I think it'll be amazing to go back to the 20 year, because you get to see what everybody. I gotta look that up actually and reach out to some of my friends on Facebook, because that would be dope. Like, to see where everybody, like, where'd you end up at? Yeah, I had a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? I was doing that for a while, but then I hit a point where I just was not satisfied. I don't know if anybody can relate to that, but working your 9 to 5, do you ever just be like, is this what I'm gonna do until is this my eternity until I turn 65? And then, like, let's be honest, when you turn 65, are you even gonna have enough money to make the life that you really truly want? Like, if you don't, you need to start making some moves right now, and you need to start plotting right now. That's why, like, I'm telling you, the conversations like I be having with my nieces, they 13 and 14 years old, we be talking about college already. It be to the point where her mom be getting scared, like, come, like, just wait. No, you got time. No, you don't have time. You going into ninth grade next year. You don't have time. And you want to know why a lot of people fail? Because they're reactive and not proactive. I'm teaching that to them at an early age. Start thinking about college now. I'm telling you, it's a game plan. I'm telling you, both of my nieces did well in school, right? So I told one of my nieces, I got to tell the other one. But when you get to high school, like, please don't get caught up in, oh yeah, you want to look nice, you want to dress nice, but this shit is a game. You want to do the best so you can get them scholarships, so you can go to the school that you want to go to. So my nieces is both going to be game. My one niece, she's already game on that shit. She's game. She already got a letter from the president doing. I'm so proud. Like, I'm just proud of them. I feel like they coming back for everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we did okay in school, but they doing amazing. And I'm just proud. Like, high 90s, just doing, like, you making our last name look so good, because you just are. And I'm proud of them. But yeah, push hard. Like, don't go to school. Yeah, you want to, you know what I'm saying? You want to be cute, but don't be that cute dummy. You want to go to school and be in them books. And I be telling them, like, yeah, we realistic. We talk about it. Like, don't try to act like, your daughter's going to school and the little boy might not like her, or, you know what I'm saying? No, but you got to teach them reputation is everything. It's everything. When you lose that reputation, it's over. And you got to show people how you value yourself. Point blank. People respect that shit. They respect it. Facts, my daughter is a senior in college engineer. We've been planning this. See? You see what I'm saying? You have to get them on that mind frame. And then even the other day, my niece was saying, she was just like, but she was like, I don't think it's right that they kind of like tell people that, like, you have to. But then I had to break it down to her and tell her, like, look, the probability for some people that it is true. You don't have to go to college. Not everybody, but the probability, you making it and being successful, mm, it's a different type of gamble. I'll be honestly scared in the conversations of that with people I'll be having. Like, one of my cousins, she worked for IBM right now. She make like 120,000 a year, right? And when I be talking to her, she still don't be satisfied with the amount of money she make. I said, this is scary, but you know what? There is no glass ceiling to the amount of money that you make. She is not satisfied, and she's about to open up her own business, which is about to be crazy. When I tell you she had the perfect idea, like, yes, she's about to kill it. And I just hope that it, like, all of the pieces come together like as soon as possible. I said, yo, you talking about working at IBM, you about to have your own. I don't think you understand like how much your shit about to go up. Proud of her. But like, when we work these 9 to 5s, you be so scared to unplug from it, because you be like, this is all I know. But when you start getting them sales on your own business, you be like, oh shit, it's possible. Yeah. I don't ever want to deal with somebody again. Like, I don't ever want to like deal with somebody controlling me again. I pray to God, and I'm telling you, this is the anxiety that you go through. So when you see your sales every day and you see how much money you're making, and you like, thank God, because if you're not making it and you don't keep it going, it will stop. I don't ever. I'm telling you, I promise you, if this is anything, it's almost like a PTSD. how scared, if any entrepreneur can relate to what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? It's almost a scary feeling. I don't ever want to be controlled by a lunch break. I don't want you to tell me what to do. I don't. But if it's anything that I can be honest with myself, I need to do better with time management. But I know that. And if I don't, eventually it could ruin you. But I have to get better with my time management. And I know that I will. But I don't ever want to be controlled by somebody. I don't want to come to work and have to figure out what mood you in. If y'all gonna try to fire me, no, I don't ever want to deal with that again. I don't. I don't want to. No. Fuck no, I don't think Cardi would retire, by the way. I'm just saying you came in, you made whatever mark that you're gonna make. You know, you got about to have 2 kids. I'm pretty sure that's a task, especially if you want to be in a life like that. Your man already got about, a few other kids. I'm pretty sure Cardi want to be hands on with her children. You blessed. Just like you said, you got Hollywood waiting. Go do Hollywood. You don't really need to be over here. And I'm saying that in the nicest way. Like, you really don't need to be over here. You came here and you started all of these issues with a black female rapper who really been doing this shit and killing it. Don't be mad at her that it was, not many people doing it on her level. So you felt like you wanted to come in. You know what? If Cardi B was actually talented, I would be like, oh shit, Nicki got some competition and she can meet her match. They want us to be intimidated by Cardi B because of her stat position, because of her chart positions and certain shit that she gets. And she probably thought that the only thing holding up a Nicki Minaj was being braggadocious over plaques and shit like that. It's deeper than that, sweetheart. It's being able to rap flawless verses and deliver. You know what I'm saying? You've done so many features that have done nothing, and I don't think people shine the light on that enough. So you got some eyesores over on that end too. You got some eyesores, and you got blessings too, but you got some eyesores. So don't try to hate and be like, oh, I remember when Nicki came out on Queen Radio and Cardi was like, oh, she does a lot of remixes. I don't do remixes. Yeah, because they don't want you on it. And why you so consumed about what she doing? She do a lot of remixes, and you know about it because you following that topic on Twitter, huh? Stop being obsessed. I don't do that shit. I don't. I don't. I don't. I had no idea she was in lawsuits. Now I try to tell these people she ain't really making the noise y'all think. No. Cardi B was at the peak of her career after Bodak Yellow and everything. When she went to Paris, when she went to France, Fashion Week in Paris or whatever, we looked around her and it was crickets. It was crickets, right? You got to really think about it. It's a gift and a curse how celebrated Nicki is because it makes people hate her because she has so much love. People got to find some sort of way to just try to get in and hate. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to find there's people who always try to find some sort of way, like, to get in and hate. They do that shit all the time. Sympathy and payola. Damn, I'm older than you, but getting Nicki music has been generationally. Me and my mom and my daughter can sing. Exactly. My mom know Nicki music. Like, what? When I tell you, my mom did not like Little Kim at all. Like, she did not like Little Kim. I don't know why. I just think Kim was too much. She was too sexual. I just have memories of just playing Old Dirty Bastard, like, hey, dirty. Baby, I got your money. And my mom coming in the house singing that shit. Like, she's a church lady, but my mom would listen to the music because she would be in her room listening to us play music. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't grow up like, listen, and you know what's so crazy? A lot of my adult friends, they either listen to R&B a lot heavy or certain songs that they don't know. And now that I realize, like, my mom, I just think she was so overwhelmed with just being a single parent and working multiple jobs where she ain't couldn't control us like with the music we wanted to listen to. My mom would drop us off at the music store sometimes, like, you know what I'm saying? She ain't be like, oh, you can't listen to that, it's curse music in it or whatever, like they're cursing. My mother ain't never do that. Like, I do think that it's certain things that you should there's certain things that you should protect from your child, or certain things that you should like prevent them from saying. But shit, my mom brought me to the movie theater to see What's Love Got to Do with It. If I told you I graduated in 2001, you know how old I am. Go back and do the research on what year that came out and what age I was. My mom brought me to see Sugar Hill. I went to go to the movie theater to see that. So, it's something about that that I love because I felt like there's messages in those movies that you do need to see. It is. And I remember when we went to go see What Love Got to Do with It, and he raped her in that damn music studio. Yo, I was so uncomfortable seeing that scene sitting there with my mom as a little boy. I'm like, what the hell is he doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? But my mom, she exposed her. I remember watching Boys in the Hood was our first bootleg DVD. I remember going to the flower shop because the flower shop used to sell bootleg CDs. We watched that as a family. All of us watched that shit. It's certain memories that I just had that will never leave. Boys in the Hood, that's when we started buying bootleg. That if I don't know if y'all remember, but Boys in the Hood was the first bootleg that ever came out in New York. It was. And remember the game and what that's why I related to the game when he said that shit. He was like, Boys in the Hood was the first boot. Yeah, it was. It was 2001 or 99. I graduated in 2001. Yup. Yup. Yeah. I'm so like, damn. I was born in 2001. What the fuck? That's crazy. So how the hell you even on this channel? You was born in 2001. You ain't that much older than my damn nieces. That's crazy. I told my kids the same thing. Yes, exploding your mom for exposure. Yep. She let us watch certain movies. Yo, you know what? I used to be so mad, yo. Can I tell you some shit that would piss me off? I felt like I had bad luck sometimes when I was younger, right? And it would be the oddest shit. Movie The Lost Boys, right? So I remember one night my mom had ordered pizza or we had Subway or some shit like that. And I remember like on the weekends, we would all just crawl up in the recliner chairs because my mom had recliners in the living room. She had a few of them. So I would be in one, my brother would be in one, and we would just that would be where we would sleep at. That should be like really melting my heart as I think about it, because that was a big thing to us because we couldn't sleep in the living room during the week. So we would watch our movies, whatever the case may be. And I remember I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Lost Boys is on. Everybody sleep except for me, and I'm up in the living room and this movie's on, and I'm like wide awake. I was so mad. I was so mad. Like, and then I was sitting right next to the way that my recliner was. It was like right by the door, so it's like I'm watching this scary ass movie. I'm like, damn. Listen. I don't have anything against scary movies, but I think like them shits made me have nightmares growing up. Real talk. This just made me have nightmare. Could you imagine waking up in the middle of the night as a little kid and the damn vampire movie is on? Come on. I was like, why me? Why me? All the time. And then, like when it came to like the Wizard of Oz, right? I've never liked clowns. And that fucking Wicked Witch, oh God, it's something about her skin and like that, all of that green shit. That shit used to scare the shit out of me, but I wanted to watch the movie so bad. But when I tell you I had nightmares about that damn witch in that window, oh, I had a nightmare that witch was in my backyard. Like I don't know. Scary movies, if you could relate to that shit from back in the day, scary movies did something to you. That shit did something to you. Like, yeah. You love Lost Boys? Yeah. It's certain, to be honest with you, I don't really watch scary movies no more, especially the old ones. Yo, you want to know what really fucked me up one day? And I was smoking, right? I was smoking and I was watching. Do you guys watch Black Mirror? Do you watch Black Mirror on Netflix? Well, listen, I got high, right? And I was watching that shit, the entire history where you could rewind your day and your spouse could see the different things you seen or seen how your day was and shit like that. Yo, when I tell you I had smoked and I watched that shit, I don't know if any of y'all ever smoked and watched Black Mirror, but that shit literally made me almost have a panic attack. Like just some of the shit that they be covering in Black Mirror be so crazy. Like, I don't know. I got caught up in that shit. Like somebody put me onto it like a year or two ago, and I just been watching it, and that shit used to just bug me out. I'm like, nah, I can't smoke and watch this shit. This shit is bugging me out. I love scary movies. My favorite is Nightmare on Elm Street. See? Why you like that shit? You like all of that. So I guess I could say I like more urban movies. Like I like black movies, urban movies, like Boys in the Hood, New Jersey Drive, Belly. Like I like hood movies because I just feel like Paid in Full. Like I like movies that it can relate to us. Like you know what I'm saying? I like black movies. Like all of those. I like any black movie. Yes, even the low budget ones because I just feel like it's something relatable to it. When I tell you, I don't force shit, but when I was in ninth grade, everybody was talking about Titanic. I went and bought Titanic on bootleg. That's when bootleg was popping. I went and bought it on bootleg, and I was in ninth grade trying to watch it. I didn't make it past there. I'm just not into it. It's certain genres of music, of movies and music, I'm just not into. I like action movies. Have you guys ever seen this movie called Derailed? Have you ever seen this movie called Derailed? Where is that? What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? Who's in Derail? What's your opinion on Tyler Perry movies? I'm generously cursed. I'm white as fuck. I don't like Tyler Perry. TBH. My mom loves Tyler Perry though, so I'm not really a follower of Tyler Perry, but he's a successful black man, so get it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. It messed me up too. What scary movies? By the way, LaRon, you made us wait hella hours on the other live you were meant to do the other day, and everybody just vibing when we waited. I think you was probably talking about the live when I just ended up uploading the video. I think that might have been what you're talking about. Tyler Perry corny. And you know what's so crazy? Have you ever thought about this? Back in the day when Martin played Shanae, I never questioned his sexuality, but I feel like Tyler Perry plays being Medea. He plays that role so well where it's almost like you want to be this bitch, have a nigga like Jigga and Copper Six, BK, where them bitches be fucking for kicks, and after A Fox record be. I feel like he really want to be that chick that he be giving off like that church woman or whatever persona, whatever persona. Whatever persona he trying to give off, I feel like is really innate. And I feel like when Martin did it, it was acting. Like, you know what I'm saying? True say. Love hood movies and black classics like Boomerang. Yo, do any of y'all remember this movie? It was an old movie, and it was these sisters in the movie, and they was doing pole dancing, and one of the sisters was going to drop out of school, and then it came this big thing where the mother found out, and then one of the sisters was like, why don't you let her pole dance? I mean, she ain't never been good in them books anyway. That shit had me laughing. She said, Mama, Norma ain't never been good in no books, no way. Oh shit. She said she might as well pole dance. She ain't ever been good in them books anyway. Tyler making moves. That's a fact. Shout out to Tyler. And you know what's so crazy? As you see, no, I ain't even gonna say that because I don't got nothing to do with this video at all. Tyler Perry pulled the Quavo on Monique before Quavo was with he pulled the Quavo on Nicki. I like action and martial art movies. I like Chinatown. You remember that movie Chinatown? That shit used to scare the shit out of me too. Tell me if you remember that movie Chinatown that used to come on HBO. I used to love that movie, but it scared the shit out of me. That little Chinese guy that was in that room, he looked like he looked creepy as hell. Then what about Pet Cemetery? A lot of y'all need to stop digging up old friendships from Pet Cemetery because you know what's gonna happen. Leave them old friendships and relationships alone. Don't go back digging in Pet Cemetery. Pet Cemetery scared the shit out of me. Never heard Big Trouble in Little China. Is that what I'm talking about? With that guy in that damn room? He looks scary as hell. Gotcha. Gotcha. And I love The Goonies. That's one of my favorite all-time movies as a little kid. Yes, I love that movie. I love Misery. Misery, yo, she was fucking crazy. Do y'all ever be thinking like, why do people watch? We be watching movies over and over, right? The same movie over and over. Do we really be thinking something else is gonna happen? Like, yo, like it's something about that shit. Candyman was worse than that. I'll be honest with you. I don't even think I sat through Candyman fully, and if I do, I don't remember it. Critters. Yo, do you remember that movie? What was that movie with those big worms coming through? Tremors. Y'all remember that? No, it's 1 o'clock. It's one. I've been here. I've been on 1 hour and 47 minutes, so I'm definitely wrapping up at the 2 hour mark. Misery was the shit. That lady was mean as hell, right?
Oh my gosh, she was mean as hell. Yo, she was so smart. She was like, when I left the house, this was facing west. That shit bugged me out. She fucking took that sledgehammer.
Yo, can I ask y'all a question? So I do this thing, right? So, I have certain things that I like. Like I have jewelry that I like chain, like just simple shit though. Not even like I don't even have no huge chain like people be buying like Cuban links. But I got like a all gold like chain with a pendant, certain shit like that, right? So I have this thing in my mind. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Do whatever you need to do to get you to the next stage. I don't know what it is though, but I feel like when I be making like when my business is doing good, I be feeling like I'm feeling good. Like, I might have like my earrings on, my jewelry on, and I feel like I feel rich and I just feel like it keeps me going. And if I want to give money or do something, like I feel like to maintain that mentally, you kind of gotta like see it too. And I be noticing like because as an entrepreneur, it's easy to dress down and not throw your decor on and feel like that because you'll be home in a ruck. But I feel like you gotta boost yourself up and do that shit. So lately I just been making sure I just been throwing on the things that make me feel like me. And it might be small to somebody and they might think it's materialistic, but I genuinely always have loved jewelry. Since being a little boy, my mom has always bought me and my brothers chains and stuff, even though we might have lost them rings. We all had rings that she bought us. Like, yep. So, yep. But I think that it's important. Like, don't get lost, especially when you're working from home and shit like that. It's easy to lose yourself. You got to throw that. You got to throw that. You know what I'm saying? That glitz and glam shit on sometimes. Like, you got to do your shit because it's so easy to just be like, damn, I'm in some sweatpants and t-shirt and some sneakers. Like, you know what I'm saying? It could really, you'll feel like you in a loop every day. No, you got to throw your fly shit on, and that's what's gonna boost you to be like, okay, I need to keep this money coming in. Yep, you damn right. Need to feel rich. It's a state of mind, like how Nicki said. It really is a state of mind. Don't now I ain't telling you to go get some shit and just some shit you can't pay for, but do some shit within means. Like, yep. I ain't gonna lie to you. I switch it up. I do have diamond earrings, but sometimes I do go into the mall and I go to the Swarovski store, right? They have the earrings in there that cost like it's like what they got different levels. You can get some for like 79 or whatever, right? The earrings, they whatever metal that they use there, it's one that doesn't irritate your ears. Like it's a good quality, right? Now, I'm not going to spend like money on earrings all the time. Like I lost diamond earrings before. So I go to there and I'm like, shit, I want some high quality shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who cares if somebody thinks that it's not? Like it's somebody who might think that it is. Like I don't really live my life based on what anybody else thinks, to be honest with you. I really don't. And especially being an entrepreneur, I go to Walmart and get shirts and shit and throw that shit over some Levi jeans and make sure my sneakers is official. I throw on some regular shit because I know that I've already lived that life and done those things. And that shit don't even really matter either. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit don't. I'm telling you, when you're a business owner, a lot of shit don't really matter. But I think it's important. While it doesn't matter, you need to do those things that remain yourself. Like my one of my brothers, he went through a health situation, and then when I was around him, I was just like, "Yo, like, why you ain't got no clean sneakers on or like, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be." And I told him, I said, just because you're going through something, it don't gotta look like you're going through it. You like, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta do that. And I got mind control. I don't give a fuck if I'm going through something and you in my face and you think you about to question me about that shit. I always thought like an adult, even when I was a child. Ain't nobody about to question me about no shit that I don't want to talk about. You ain't gonna do it. I'm gonna look at you like what? It's so funny to me to watch a person actually be in front of your face trying to ask you questions around questions. Like I know where you about to go and you about to get shut down. I'm gonna ask you like what? What you talking about? Like, oh, I don't know. Nah, I discuss what I want to discuss with the people who I want to discuss it with. I'm telling you, it's certain people you could be around where you show person you'll show, say I'm sitting in front of two people and one person like I've talked to them like that and the other person might think that they know certain information. I don't care that you know that. That's a thought. You're a human being. You have a brain and you're supposed to think. But I'm telling you, there's something that makes you feel invalidated because I didn't speak to you. So you can know whatever you want to know, sweetheart. Learn your mind control and a lot of shit. People can say whatever they want to and they can feel how they want to. But that's what I tell you with being confident and like that shit goes a long way in being yourself. It goes a long way. They being dozy. Yeah, as you should. Period. You can't worry about what the next person thinks. That's what I'm saying. You know? Like, but I'm telling you, you have to tell those messages to yourself because with my younger self, like you worry about certain shit, but as an adult, you don't worry about that shit. Like it's a thought. We all have thoughts. Like what makes you think? Like you know what I'm saying? Like shit. Somebody could be thinking of something about you, and you could be thinking something about them too. It goes both ways. Yo, let me give you an example. They love knowing. Yo, you gonna think I'm wrong. I'm gonna ask y'all, have y'all ever related to a situation like this? And this might even educate you to make sure that you don't do this, right? I don't know. And maybe this is too much of a mind game, but it's a vibe, right? Let me read this comment and I'm gonna respond. They love knowing everything, but there's so much beauty in not knowing and not caring. So listen, I remember one time I went out. One of my coworkers, she begged me to go out with her, like to go out to eat, right? So me and her went out to Papacitos. We had drinks and we had some general conversation, but I just didn't feel like our interaction was deep, and I felt like we didn't really need to go further than we didn't really need to. And no, it's because I have a few of my coworkers that I met here in Houston that follow me. So one of my homies that moved to Vegas. So this is not about you because I know that you moved and me and her don't even just speak like that, like that. So this is not about you. But I'm saying it was another one of my coworkers when I moved here from New York. She begged me to go out, like, let's go out, let's do whatever, right? And I'm being honest with you as a human being. When I went out with this individual, I didn't feel an energy connection. I didn't feel like the conversation was deep or we didn't discuss anything deep, and I never went out with her again. And we still friends on Facebook. I might like her post or whatever, but we've never went out again after that. Like I don't force relationships. If I don't feel something like in that engagement, then I don't go back. Like I don't nah. You cool, but we don't need to extend anything further than work. Like, you know what I mean? We didn't have a vibe. Stop forcing vibes. Like sometimes people, I think they be thinking I'm mean because a lot of people who right? This is why it's important when you like it's important to whoever you feel, right? But I'm not mean, but I'm one of those people if I'm in a relationship, you ain't like not saying that it's on song all about you type shit, but I don't really entertain like I could be cool with somebody from my past, but I don't entertain people and be trying to hold on to friendships from people from my past because I feel like there's some sort of abandonment within that. Like all of these people, and see, people might disagree with this, but when a lot of people can't let go and they got all these friendships, especially people who they don't had sex with and stuff, and you still trying to be these people friends and hold on to them, like I don't know. There's something wrong with that with me personally. You could disagree with it, but nah. You always got something to explain. Then it's like, this is my friend, but it's like, okay, so are y'all really friends? Yeah, we fucked around before. And then it's like, damn, so y'all not even really like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta just be watchful of shit, how people deal. I ain't saying you gotta be cold hearted to people, but you don't nah. It's a certain type of swagger that and a certain type of being that you bring to a relationship. That shit causes issues. Fuck all that jealousy shit and all of that. Nah, I'm down for people being friends, but I ain't down for people being friends with you and fucked with mad people that you've been friends with, and then y'all just friends. Nah, because and this is how I'm gonna relate it back to you, and this is how it relates back to self love and all of that. When you got love within, like, say, your immediate family, or you got people who, you know what I'm saying? I ain't saying we ain't do no fucked up shit before, right? But you ain't gonna be trying to extend these relationships with people for no reason. You gonna cut motherfuckers off quick. Like, what? Why would you tolerate somebody like that? Like, especially if you don't even vibe with them. Nah, I gave this girl one chance. She begged me, like, let's go out to, and I don't know if she wanted to go out because she thought that we was gonna get into some deep, maybe she was waiting for me to spill some shit. But I went out with her. I didn't catch a vibe, and we didn't go out again after that. We cool. Actually, we did go out after that, but it was for another person's birthday that we worked with within the company, and she ended up being there. So it was cool vibes, though. But me and her never went out again. And I know she'd be wondering, like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't catch the vibe with you. It's a lot of people I catch the vibe with, and if certain ones that I go out with, if I don't feel it, I just don't feel it. No, no hoes. It was on some friendship shit. You know what I'm saying? Stop posting this stupid shit about webcams. Come on. That's shitty. I'm sorry on that, but yes, I get you. It's funny how when you stuck in a situation with someone, all the BS aside because you got a little task at hand. Wait, it's funny how when you stuck in a situation with someone, all the BS aside because I don't know what you was trying to say. Coworkers is different because we get shit done at work, right? I ain't understand what you said in that. What you meant in that one. Um, Cardio Vulture ass thought she was blinged out with the African jewelry head wrap. They love knowing. Oh, I read that already. Let's see if I missed anything. Because I be hating when people read from the top of their comments and they don't go to the bottom. That's why if you notice, I typically go from the bottom first. Because I feel like I want to catch it and go up. Um, Kathy Bates's Misery. Yeah. Misery is one of my favorite movies. I watch Misery. I like The Craft. Certain movies just, I love Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead. I don't know if any of y'all ever seen that movie, but that is definitely one of my favorite movies. Home Alone. I don't know why I watch that movie thinking something different is going to happen all the time, but it's one of my favorite movies. And I think as a little kid, I don't think y'all understand how these movies fuck with your head. I think Home Alone fucked with me, especially in the winter days when my mom would be gone and everybody would be gone and I'd be home. And it's just like, we live on a street where it's not people walking up all the time. So then, yo, that should be crazy. These movies fuck with your mind, but it's a part of our childhood. Like, I love Home Alone. One of my favorite movies. Like, I don't even know where to, like, Home Alone is in my top 10 for sure. No, she said I'm right on top of that boss. Remember she caught her at the party? Right on top of that boss. Devil in the Flesh. Y'all seen that movie with y'all seen Devil in the Flesh? Hold on. Let's see. Yes, Home Alone was funny, not scary. When they was trying to break into their house, I don't know what it is, y'all, but I always be having these feelings, right? I think I don't watch, you know what, coming up in the 90s and watching all of these just these shows and these home invasions, even though I've never been through nothing like that, I always be thinking like, yo, what if somebody kicks your door in and shit? That's why I always be having to be ready on some shit like that. You just never fucking know. You really never know. And that's why you just gotta be suited up and ready for shit to happen. But I've watched a lot of movies and a lot of shit with people doing crazy shit. And I think that's why I be feeling like that. Real talk, when I be in the shower, I don't play music. I'm not one of those people like who do all of that shit because I still be listening out. And I don't know why, but it's just a habit since I've been a little boy. I don't play that shit. No, I be listening out to what's going on in the house. Fuck that. I'm not just aloof and just in the shower. Like, no, you still handling business, but I'm still listening. Like, nah. When I go in my bathroom, like I don't know how y'all bathroom is, but I could go in my room, lock the door. I could go in the bathroom. It's like two doors. Boom, boom. Nah, it ain't gonna be no surprise, and you just in my damn bedroom. Oh, fuck that. Nah. And then I already got some shit on my door, so it's gonna like, listen, yeah. I don't know if y'all got that little shit against your door. Not only do I already got something special inside of my shit already, but I'm just saying, like, when you got my friend, she put me on like those little uh it's like a wedge that you put on your door. You get it from like Walmart. I think it's like $20, $30, but it pretty much prevents, like, say somebody try to kick your door in on some shit, it's just not gonna work. That shit is just gonna hold it right there. So I don't put that shit up all the time, but yeah, I be thinking of all types of shit. Real talk. I feel you. Yo, you know what's so crazy? I only use earbuds if I'm cause yo, let me just tell you how a nigga mind go, right? Let me tell you how my mind go. If it's night, like right now, it's about to be 2 o'clock. I'm gonna be working overnight, right? I'll be playing my music through my headphones, because even though I live in a decent area, I don't want anybody to be on my floor and say they just walk past my apartment like, "Oh, this shit booming." It attracts attention. Ever since I was a little boy, my mom always just told me, she was just like, "Don't play that music out loud, because people just be walking by the house and you just don't want to attract the wrong type of attention, because we'd be banging that shit loud." She just always said little stuff to us like that, like, you know what I mean, like, don't be doing this, don't do that. If we get some new shit, you know how like them elderly black people think, like, we go to the store and get a new TV, she'd be like, "Get it in the house real quick, like, you don't want people to be seeing that." So like, because that shit was real. I don't know if y'all remember, like, shit, we grew up with stories what happened where people would go Christmas shopping and do all this shit, and their houses would get broken in, all the toys gone, people come in and rob their whole house. Like, yeah, that shit real. Come on. People stupid. I didn't like Home Alone 2. Home Alone 1 was my shit. 90s had our heads in a swivel. That's facts. 90s definitely had our head in a swivel. Like, what's the point? I don't understand why somebody keep coming to promote they web chat. Go to webchat.com if you want to see a web chat, I guess. Yep, hide the TV box too. Yo, every time MASH came on, I knew it was time to go to bed. When MASH came on, it was time to go to bed. It was 10 o'clock. That's crazy. I knew that. When I was like in like eighth and ninth grade. hmm What was y'all bedtime when y'all was younger? Because I know with me, when I used to always go to bed around 11 o'clock. But when I got in the ninth grade, when I started talking to my friends on the phone, that's when we started staying up about 12. Like, you was a soldier. Y'all remember me and my friend Andrea? We used to be on the phone. Like, yo, one of my friends, we used to always like, yo, she fell asleep on the phone. When I tell you, we grew up in the chat line era, calling chat lines everywhere. Yo, that was the fucking days. Like, that's when all of that shit had just started. 11. I got Nicki on loud in the shower. Hell no. Somebody might kick your door in while you playing Nicki loud, and you, next thing you know, you in the shower and somebody gonna fucking hit you with a damn baseball bat, and you ain't had no way to defend yourself. No. I'm not playing no games like that. It's quiet. I need to hear what the fuck is going on. Only time I nah. Yes, the chat lie is so fun. Still have to do that with the TV. See what happened to Kim Kardashian and friends showing off her jewelry. Right. We use Google Hangouts. I didn't use Google Hangouts till I started dating one of my exes. I didn't even know about that whole Hangout shit. Sweat Queen, 3 a.m. Damn, I said I was getting off at 2 hours exactly. It's 2 minutes and 2 hours and 5 minutes. AOL. No, I used AOL and I used Yahoo Messenger. I used to be on that shit all night. Me and my brothers, we used to fight over the computer because I would let him get on, then I would fall asleep, wake up in the middle of the night, he'd be on. He'd be like, "You nigga, you on the computer already?" Yup, I'm on this shit. Fuck nigga. We used to be on that shit all day. When I tell you, like, yo, being on the internet, I'll be in my little message rooms talking shit back and forth to people, writing freestyles. Them Foxy fans hated me. I noticed a lot of y'all come to my videos now. So yeah, I was on that shit. I was on foxboogie.com giving them hell. Cause I always go in with the approach that I'm here for Foxy Brown. I'm not here to, like, I had people who I was cool with. Like, I'm not trying to say that I was just completely just defiant, but I did go in that shit and I would pop shit. Like, that's why I'm telling you. This was back in like 2000, 2001. Like, that's why I'm trying to tell you. This internet shit is nothing new to me. It really is not. It's not. Don't take this shit personal. People just coming on here and dumping shit, like, in whatever way that they could do it. That's what it literally is. Dial up. Nah, we ain't never have dial up. I ain't have dial up. My cousins had that though. Black Planet. I never really got into Black Planet. I was more into the Yahoo, into the chats and like shit like that. AOL was lit. I had AOL Messenger. Google Hangouts was the original Discord. Let's see. We used Tango. I had Tango one time. I used it to talk to somebody. Chat lines was the good old days, yo. Can I be honest with you? I only want to say this because I be thinking certain people be listening to this shit though. But yo, I'm gonna put it like this: we would go on that shit. Like people would be having phone sex on the chat line, doing all types of shit. Like the chat line was lit. That shit was lit. When I tell you, yo, my friend used to tell me she used to be like, "Yo, I'll call a chat line just to have phone sex." She said, "Yo," she was like, her mother and father would be in the other room. She said, "I would be under the covers screaming like, oh my god,' like screaming and shit. Like that shit was crazy. That was back when I had my own phone line in my room. Yeah, yup, that was the good old days. I remember I couldn't wait till I grew up. I was so man. Listen, who you know. Like I knew that. See, one of my issues was I knew how to get shit done, and I didn't ask my mother to get the phone approved, like to get my phone approved. And I did think I asked her because they had to come in and drill a hole in my room. But yep, I got my own phone line. Cause that shit was popping. All of my friends, right? You know how you be start. Cause you notice that's how I always relate to children, and that's why my nieces relate to me. Cause I tell you they 13 and 14 now, but when they was like what 5 years ago when I moved here to Houston, that's when they wanted to get like they knew they couldn't get a phone at that age because they were so young. They was like, I want an iPod. And I had asked them, I said, why you want an iPod? Because you want something to hold, don't you? And they started laughing. Yep, they want something to hold because you see all these adults with stuff in their hands and stuff like that. And my niece just told me the other day, she was like, I will never give my iPod up. She's like, I was gonna sell it, but it was a gift and it's like so nostalgic. Like she do not want to give her iPod up. Like, so yeah, that was their first thing. Like, it was litty. I had my own phone. Yup. Having phone sex on the phone, like, oh my God. We used to do that shit. I ain't saying myself. I ain't never did none of that shit, but yo, that shit used to be lit. I had an iPod. Yep, I had one too. But yeah, I'm about to get off of this shit. We had 2 hours and almost 10 minutes. I'm about to get ready to get into some other shit. So please let me know what you think. Cardi about to have two kids. She's blessed. Cardi came in and made her little money. I feel like she's caused a lot of issues in this game. Like, you gave a lot of headache, especially for somebody who doesn't got it behind them. Now Megan sharing the same writer and she trying to be cocky. It's like, and shout out to Cardi because she's one of my peers who acknowledged me. Like, just corny. Corny. That shit is so corny. Like, yeah, with text. We didn't do phone sex. We did sex reposts on Hangouts. I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to. I don't wish bad on anybody, but I feel like Cardi started a lot of bullshit into this industry. She's the one who started this whole payola wave with her label trying to compete with and real artists. So they like, damn, we got to compete with somebody else. So and with doing that, I'm pretty sure that those labels was told to, try to influence to withhold. Like, look, if you play her records more and you play them less, we'll pay you this amount. Like, say for example, they like, okay, it's 60,000, but no, we'll pay you 100,000 if you don't play their records. What you want? Like, you make it like, what you guys want? We want this person's record, and I don't know why y'all don't act like that's not a thing. It's not just about. It's not about and this Nicki being blocked from radio stations with huge reach, like her not being, I don't think y'all realize, but being played on Power 105 is a huge thing for a rapper. It's a huge thing. Nicki not being played on Power 105, that's definitely going to hurt her on the charts. And that's foul. Right. Exactly. I hope your pregnancy goes smooth, but yeah, I want you going. You caused so many issues and like in this game, just so many for somebody who doesn't even have an ounce of talent. The freestyles that she's had like don't even sound good. Like when she was on stage and the shit that she say that she's proud of for writing, and then it's like even with Big Paper, like a week later, we found out that Brooklyn Johnny had writing credits on it. You don't got to be here. I know that you tired of these arguments and people constantly comparing you, but this is the nature of the sport. of what it is that you do. You know, best wishes on all of that shit. Like, it's a come up. It's, you know, you use it as a lick, but I just feel like to live in this and try to have this goal in this game that you not really supposed to be in. It's like, what are you aiming for? Like, what are you aiming for? This wasn't something that you like. You probably dreamed of being rich and all of that shit when you was younger, but you ain't want to be no damn female rapper. They like, damn, how we gonna keep the gimmick going? We got to keep it going. We have Love and Hip Hop now. We need music. You know what I'm saying? And then she's inspired all of these other little girls thinking that they're gonna come through Love and Hip Hop and going to get that look, and it didn't translate. And the thing is why they don't realize it didn't translate for them, not because they're not talented, but it's because they don't have the money behind them. That's all it is. Yeah. So listen, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you like the video. I don't know how many people gonna make it to the end, but I'm about to get off this shit. I might go live tomorrow. I might upload a video. I don't know. But yo, I'm gonna holla at y'all later. I'm out.